Ma chère mademoiselle, it is with deepest pride and greatest pleasure that we welcome you tonight. So let us pull up a chair as Trigger proudly presents the Kaladesh review. How did you like my French there? I thought
You
it was
sounded
really
like
good.
a bit of a twat.
Oh, but that's what you
I
think
mean-
of all French, so that's fine.
Well,
So
Fine,
with
yeah,
us
but
also
tonight,
Americans are not going to
Brazilian.
be able to tell the difference. So
with us tonight, we
we're
have the
clean.
eager, the earnest, the easygoing Greg Simpkins. How are you, Greg?
Pretty good actually. Yeah,
And
fine.
we
It's all right.
also have our man from down under, the elaborate, the elated, the edible
feel it
Alex
coming.
Corner.
Hey, Davey, how we doing?
I'm
I
good.
can
How are
feel
you?
it coming.
I'm great.
And we also have the eminent, the
Well.
emotional, the empty. Gavin Kramer. How are you,
I
Gav?
like that. I'm very well, Davey. I like that. That was damning with faint praise.
How long do you spend just
Yeah.
researching adjectives?
Not long. I have them on in my head. So
Are these
Gavin,
new words for you?
no, that's racist.
Only towards
so
you.
Gav, let me ask the questions here. Gav, I'll start with you. What in the trailer automatically makes you assume that a movie will be horrible?
When they tell you the major plot twist.
This summer.
Yeah, that's pretty
But
good.
do they? That's the thing.
Now, Alex,
Yep.
what are you really happy about being bad at?
Being bad at.
Something that you're bad at, but you're like, yeah, this is fine. I'm happy with that.
You always stump me with these ones. I'm incredibly talented though. So
Okay.
False modesty.
False
yeah.
modesty, yes. Greg, what would be the funniest thing to fill a piñata with? Consider-
Good question.
We're so bad at answering these
You
questions.
guys are awful. Just say this. You know what's this thing? This is all the British. Oh, I don't want to open myself to this.
I'd say
things.
condoms. Condoms would be quite a funny filling for a. I'd just see it at a kid's
Use
party,
condoms?
like break the pinata. Oh God, it's a disaster. You're all going home early. No sweets, no goodie bags. Put that back. That's not a sweet.
It's a weird choice of thing to say.
Look, we've
You had
all
a
got.
choice. You could have
But
chosen anything.
new or used condoms?
Oh, Davey.
So tier 1 is the
Anyway,
bomb.
yes.
Tier
It's
1's
about
the
the
bomb.
magic. It's
Tier
about
1's
the magic.
Tier 1's broken cards. Tier 2, that's just strong, solid bombs. Tier 3, great
Everyone needs to hear
playables.
this.
Tier 4, good playables. Tier 5, bad playables, your harsh scrutinous. Tier 6, you don't want to put these cards in your deck, they're bad. Tier 7, you don't want to put these cards in your deck, they bad.
Great.
With great
I like the
transit.
emphasis. That was
It's
pretty
on the
good.
left hand side of the screen. We are going to finish our review today, start with multicoloured, all the way through to the lands, including all the artifacts. And we are starting said journey in a blaze of glory with Cloud Blazer. Three white blue, it's an uncommon, it's a 2/2, it's flying. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life and draw 2 cards.
I'll start with this one because I first looked at it and I was like, this is really good, right? But then I played with and against it with Alex today with our mental magic, nothing illegal, and this card is really good. Like this card is better than I thought it would be, even though
Amazing.
my first impression was really good. Like when they played this, this is really strong.
Whilst not as dynamic as your anecdote, I still think this card's good. I'd say
Tier 2.
I'd say tier 2 is probably fair. I mean, it's 2 colours, it's only a 2/2 flyer, but I mean, drawing 2 cards, getting 2 life, it's a pretty sexy effect.
I wouldn't put it into 2 because you can't always pick it. You have to be in the colours. I don't think it's worth splashing.
I think it is. I would put this tier 2.
Okay.
Right,
I did draw 2 lands and had 2 other lands in my hand, so I had 4 lands in total.
In that case,
Eight
it's
lands
bad. In
in
that
play.
case, it's bad.
Yeah, it didn't
You
feel
put
great.
yourself 2 turns closer to drawing something. Wow, that's good too.
Also, there's a bit of a flicker theme. Flickering
Yeah.
this is pretty sexy. This is a great card. It's a tier 2.
Yeah, it's very good. Sorry, I'm not. I'm.
So
I
let's
love
go to
it.
Cloud Blazer.
It's
Right,
tier
down we
2,
go.
not
Contraband
controversial.
Kingpin, blue black. It's they're all uncommon. Lifelink, they're not all uncommon. I'll take that back. Blue black. This one's uncommon. It's a blue black. It's a 1/4. It's a lifelink. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, scry 1. So blue
Have
black.
you-
Blue
Have
black
you been
1/4.
drinking again?
Not as much as I should be. Still with this shit. No,
I like this
I am
card.
very
I think
inebriated.
it's a very strong. It's strong. It's not amazing. It's I guess it's fine.
No, it's better than
The
fine.
color combination is.
I like it. I think blue-black 1/4 is strong. Blue-black 1/4 with lifelink strong. You're shutting down a lot of attacks. You're gaining life incrementally. The artifact scry 1. If you're, I mean,
It's gonna happen a bit. Yeah.
yeah, it's pushed towards that. If you're scrying twice in a game, it's fine. If you're scrying more than that, it's pretty great.
The cost benefit of this card is huge. It's just 2 mana.
It's 2 mana. I think.
I mean, it's a golden card, which brings it down, but it's so much value. It's like you're paying 50p for a poster of Greg naked. Like, this is so much value.
yeah, no, and that's below the market rate, believe it or not.
So it's tier
not.
4.
Tier 3.
No,
this is
whoa,
very
this is a tier 3.
idiot.
Tier 3.
Idiot.
Low or high tier 3.
Idiot. Sorry.
High tier 3.
Idiot. No, stop.
High
stop.
tier 3. I think that's
Yeah, this
that's
card is so
ambitious.
good. I mean, for 2 mana.
Is
You have
this
to
better
think
than
of the
harsh
cost.
scrutiny?
High
Yeah.
tier 3 is ambitious.
I don't know,
but
harsh scrutiny was really good. Oh, no,
high
I'm taking off
tier
another
3.
card. Oh no, never mind.
High tier 3
Gavin's big on harsh
is
scrutiny.
ambitious for this one.
And
I
ambitious.
thought harsh scrutiny was better than the
Yeah,
gear.
we
are-
just said we
we
just had a
are-
disagreement about the last one, whether it was tier 3 or not. Now you're calling this tier 3. So I'd say this is low tier 3.
No, this is a high tier 3.
This is a great card. Great tier 3 card.
Okay, next.
Deparla Pilot Exemplar, 1 red white for a 3/3. It's a gold, it's a lord. Other dwarves you control get +1/+1. Each vehicle you control gets +1/+1 as long as it's a creature. Whenever it becomes tapped, you may pay X. If you do, reveal the top X cards of your library, put all dwarf and vehicle cards from among them into your hand, then put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. This card's a bomb. It's a 3 mana 3/3. It's like the other dwarf's effect. It doesn't seem that effective, but if you can, a lot of white. I think there are 7 common dwarfs in white. It's not an insignificant amount. Vehicles, they're already big, and the effect. This is great. The actual effect of you can just
When there's so much text on a card that it's like hard to read because the type's so small. Generally, it's pretty
Very
good. Yeah.
No, really, they do some shitty stuff that takes a lot of time to read.
Yeah, Midnight Oil. Midnight Oil took me a while, and it was. This is. I think this is so pushed.
Tier 2.
This is a very strong tier 2 card.
This is a bomb.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, it's 2 coloured. I'd first pick this any day at week.
Yeah, it's a tier 2.
And the worst thing about it, like, if worst comes to worst, you're attacking with a 3/3 that when you attack probably draws you a lot of cards if you've got your deck right, or sometimes draws you a card.
Yeah.
Solid tier
Yeah.
2. Love it. Dovin Barn. I don't know this card very well. 2 white blue for a Planeswalker Dovin. It's obviously Mythics. 3 loyalty, so it's got 3 abilities +1 until your next turn. Up to 1 target creature gets -3/-0. Its activate abilities cannot be activated. -1, you gain 2 life and draw a card. -7, you get an emblem with your opponent. Can't untap more than 2 permanents during their untap step. What do you think, guys?
Yeah,
Sick.
it's a bomb.
Yeah, I mean, Planeswalker's generally very good. This is potentially... No, it's... I don't know. I
I
mean...
don't think it's. I wouldn't call any Planeswalker a tier 1, but yeah.
What?
Well,
What?
some, very rarely, but in
You
sealed,
wouldn't
I
call
don't
any.
know.
You wouldn't call any Planeswalker a tier 1.
We just called one. You didn't watch the videos before.
Why not?
Chandra maybe is probably the closest I would get to calling it that. But this is a card that doesn't massively change your board position if you're behind, and so on and so on. So I would, Cataclysmic
Itself,
Gearhulk
They need to
compared
deal
to
with
this.
it.
Yeah.
I think
I
this
was,
is
I was just about to compare it with Shahili and sort of try and just talk about which one is...
oh, this is better.
Yeah, and I bit my tongue because I was about to say he was the weakest of the Planeswalkers, and then I
No,
agree.
I
with
think
you. Yeah, I think
I think-
he's the third best after
I know
Chandra.
what you mean, Gav. It comes down. It doesn't win you the game instantly. It's not like, oh, thank God I played Dovin. You're 8 creatures. You're now like you've got nothing because you just shrink one of the creatures. But I mean, if you can play this when the board's at parity, it comes down, it ticks up, protects itself in a really successful
and
way.
people flip out when you play a Planeswalker. They
Yeah.
lose their shit. So you see like experienced players going, oh my god, and they do bad attacks because they don't want this to tick up. They don't think properly. This card is great.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm so surprised, Gav, that you're a bit down on Planeswalker, because like Davy says, people lose their shit and they just send everything into it. It gains you a lot of life, gains you a card usually through idiocy.
Yeah. I guess again, I'd compare this to something like Cataclysmic Gearhulk, like the White Gearhulk. I'd be like,
that's far better.
I'd call
That's a
considerably
far better card.
Yeah. I don't know, tier 2 borders on this one.
I don't think this
Very
is an
solid.
amazing thing.
Very solid tier 2, though.
Yeah, I've seen
Nobody
better
wants a
planeswalkers.
1? I don't think so.
I don't think it's
It's
quite
not a
up there.
1.
It doesn't do too much when you're behind, but if you're playing this at a board stall, you just can't lose the game. This card's insane in that situation.
Yeah, it's a 2.
Great
tier
card.
Too.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Empyreal Voyager, 1 green blue. It's a Frample. It's uncommon, 2/3. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you get that many energy counters. So energy seems to be pretty good from what I've seen so far playing. There seems to be a lot of ways you can use energy. Interestingly, this doesn't have a way to use it itself.
But it's in the colours that really want to use energy.
Yeah, it's
You're
crazy.
gonna have
True.
ways to use energy on those colors.
It's
like,
also
always.
it's also a 3-mana 2/3
This
flyer,
card
which
is
is just
so
great.
good.
Yeah.
This card is very good.
I think this is better than the white-blue.
I disagree.
No, I'm more for white blue, but I still think this card's insane.
Is
Well,
it better
it's
than
not insane.
aerial responder?
Yes.
I think so. I think we were a bit high on aerial responder. I think this card's a little bit better.
Yeah, but I think this is a 3. I don't think this is a 2.
No,
No.
I'm with that as well. It like trample's a nice little upside to have. It's a 2/3 flyer for 3. I mean, how bad can it ever be?
No, it's good.
Nice
No,
to
it's
have
very,
said.
very good. But I don't think it's a bomb.
No, agreed. Tier 3. I think there were like if you're in the green blue, you're always going to pick this highly. I don't think I'd first pick this unless it was a particularly weak pack. Well,
I would first pick this, but I think no, I would be okay. I would be happy first picking this.
Yeah, yeah, but it does. You know,
I think it's worse than the blue white.
yeah, strong card.
Interesting.
Not,
Okay.
Yeah, strong card. Tier 3. Idiot. Sorry, I'm in that mind. Engineered Might. 3 green white sorcery. Uncommon. Choose 1. Target creature gets 5/5/5 and gains trample until end of turn. Creatures you control get +2/+2 and gain vigilance until end of turn. I'm down on this.
This creature, this
Rubbish.
sucks.
Yeah, I can see its application because creature control. I'm ignoring the first bit because I don't think. Well, okay, ignoring it's wrong. Gives flexibility. But creature control
So,
get
I
+2
guess-
plus.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say
Sorry.
that the second bit is strong, but I mean, how much stronger is this than Inspired Charge? I think
Yeah.
weaker.
So,
Yeah,
I guess
I agree. I think this is weaker than
Yeah.
Inspired Charged.
I think this might surprise us, maybe, in a world where green-white wants to break a board stall, which this does with the first ability, kind
Mhm.
of.
Doesn't
Um,
even really surprise you because it's a sorcery.
Yeah, if it was instant, it would be so.
Oh,
much
if this was
better.
instant, it'd be a
yeah.
great card.
Yeah,
So I just mean
Sorcery.
it might surprise us in not being as bad as we think it is.
Well, yeah,
but-
I mean, it goes in one deck, and if you're in that deck, you know you want one of these. Like, it's probably a decent card in that deck. But
I'd prefer an
I'd rather
inspired
have
charge.
Inspired Charge.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
It's cheaper even.
and it's
Yeah.
instant.
I guess
Yeah.
there are some times where board stalls will be so this is like an either or. So it's like your board stall could either be wide and you win by pumping everything wide, or you're in that niche situation where 5 trample damage or plus whatever the creature's power is will win you the game, and that happens quite a lot in sealed. An extra 6 damage just wins the game, maybe.
True. But there's a green con which is +5 +4/+4 and trample for 2 mana. So,
And that
Yeah.
sucks.
and yeah, I think that the second ability where this card's at, and there's
Yeah.
one area in which it's good.
Yeah,
One
don't get me wrong, it's
definitely is
rubbish, but
That
5,
sucks.
4, 5, 5.
Five.
Five.
I think.
It's playable,
Yeah.
like that, and it's going to be a decent card in the right deck. But that deck's not going to come along too often. If I'm playing green white, I'm not 100% to want this card. Whereas if I'm playing white blue, I definitely want the white blue uncommon.
Play inspired charge over this.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Hazardous
I like it,
conditions. 2 black green. Sorcerer. Uncommon. Creatures with no counters on them get -2/-2 until end of turn.
Oof. It's quite hard to manufacture the board where you're getting not completely wiped out as well with this. But then it is a sweeper.
No, there's a lot.
Sweepers are
I
strong.
disagree.
Strong.
There's a lot of counters on green black.
Yeah, there are.
I think this is very, very much in flavor.
Doesn't mean it's good though.
I think it's okay. I think you're gonna lose a lot of games to this. There's a lot of games that you're gonna look at the board and you're gonna think, if he has hazardous conditions, I'm fucked. Anything else I can deal with. If he has this, I'm fucked.
I don't know. There's a lot of effects like this. Like make obsolete's better. The red sacrifice an artifact, do -3 to everything's better. I just not sure this is going to get there. I mean, it could
Yeah.
But
be-
then again, if your opponent has a good creature with counters, then you're fucked. I think this is a 4.
I don't think it's. I think it's a 5.
that's interesting.
5.
I think it's a 4.
No, I mean this suffers the same problem as the last card. If I'm playing black green, I'm not sure I want this card. And it could be completely dead against opponents. I listened to the LR set review, and they made a very good point of if it's good against opponents, he's playing loads of servos, then maybe in game 2 he just fabricates up and makes them counters, and thus makes this another bad card.
It can be just dead. It's another card that can be dead on a top deck.
Yeah, I usually like these effects. I like Death Frenzy, but I like the life gain. I'm not sure I like this card. I think I'm tier 5 on this.
I agree with that.
Right. Campbell, Council of Allocation, or Council of Allocation. Would someone do the honours, please, as my voice is ticking.
Legendary creature, human advisor. It's 1, a white, and a black. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, that player loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. It's a 2/3.
I like this.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
gold cards are great in this set.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I think this is going to be one of the cards that's better in construction than limited, but even in limited, this is a powerful effect.
There's a lot of artifacts hanging around, and discount vehicles.
Yeah.
True, but I mean, if we imagine a normal
vehicles
deck
count on this.
have 7 to 8 non-creature spells, whereas in
Okay,
construct-
how many times do you need the effect to go on the stack for this to be a bomb?
probably
3 times?
3 times.
Yeah, if this said your opponent, when it comes in, your opponent loses 6 life, yeah, this would be a bomb.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think this card is pretty good.
I think it's
So new Siege Rhino.
New Siege Rhino, you heard here first.
I like it in tier 3. Strong card. I don't think it's as good as the deep part of the pirate or the pilot.
I
don't
agree.
think- I don't think this is quite tier 2, but it's a good, well pushed card.
Yep. Agreed.
I think it's a 3, yeah.
Rashmi Eternatus Crafter. I do not think this is a 3. 2 green-blue for a legendary creature elf druid. It is a mythic. Whenever you cast your first spell each turn, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a non-land card with converted mana cost less than that spell's, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. If you don't cast it, put it into your hand, and it's a 2/3.
Guys, do you know what time it is?
It's about
Davey,
10, mate.
Enlighten me, mate.
It's time for magic gossip. It's like, oh my god, like Rashimi, she was working like for a very long time on this thing, yeah, that would like teleport something from another thing, and she was like, oh my god, this thing doesn't work, like all those flowers keep on blowing up, and then her assistant was like, okay, don't give up, let's do something else, and then they were like, okay, we killed the flower, but the vase is cool, so it works. They're super happy. They were like, oh my god, it's working, we're totally gonna win the fair. And then they realized they broke a piece, yeah? So they couldn't be on the fair, so they go out to the market and was like, oh my god, I totally need this piece. Do you have this piece? And they were like, oh, it's sold out, because, hello, it's the Inventor's Fair. Like, everybody's buying. And she's freaking out, and she's crying, la la la. And then Sahili Rai shows up, and she was like, bitch, why are you crying? And she was like, bitch, I have no idea, I lost my piece. And she was like, bitch, what you're talking to, like, I can do anything, like, just tell me and I'll do it. And she was like, oh my god, I have this super idea, the teleport stuff, can you help me out? And she was like, bitch, you're teleporting stuff?
I'm going to stop you there, Davey, that was very interesting.
So I like that a lot.
I didn't miss that, but anyway, in the end it works out.
That's fantastic.
I like that a lot, and I quite like all of Magic history and lore to be described by Davey, because I'd actually watch that video.
I would too.
But this card's a tier 2.
You can't just say that with no analysis.
Come on.
I've analysed it when
They don't remove it. You're playing more cards, drawing more cards. You're doing it. Hashtag doing it.
It's a tier 2.
I mean, what's sexy about this card is you can don't just say numbers and hope we agree, idiot. I mean, what's great about this card, it's each turn, so you can do it on your turn, you can do it on their turn.
Yep.
I think it's
Full value.
Huge build around card. The only downside for me is it being a 4-mana 2/3 is it's kind of more of an enchantment than a creature because it can bash in, but I don't want to block with this. With the card this powerful, I don't want to risk this in combat. So
she's fragile. She's fragile.
Yeah, but just to give everything you've got, what's it called? I forget the Bloodbraid Elf. Cascade. Well done, non-Davy. Yeah, to give everything you've got, Cascade's just amazing. This is a busted card. I'm
really upset you interrupted Magic Gossip.
I think all of our viewers
Greg, that was mean.
Sorry, mate. I think look. This is a review. This is a set review.
We've got 80 cards to go, lads. So tier 2.
Tier 2. Yeah, I don't think it's got the stats for a tier 1, but the ability is insane.
Yep.
Yeah,
Quality card. Restoration Gearsmith. 2 white black. Creature Human Artificer. It's a 3/3 uncommon. When it enters the battlefield, return target artifact or creature card from your graveyard to your hand. This card is pushed. This card is awesome.
Yeah,
Grave Digger is awesome. This
How is
card.
this guy a black card though? There's nothing about the art that says black card. He's a nice guy. He's fixing up stuff.
It's a check.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's sort of top-down design. Like, we need a white-black card. Oh, what do we do? This? Yeah, sure. Draw it. Go and draw it. Idiot.
So it's got red and blue as the primary colours in the artwork.
Okay, yeah, but anyway.
Good.
Card is great. Stats are good. Abilities amazing. Flicker, extra bonus.
Yeah, it's a 3. This
Yeah.
card is awesome. Does
Yeah,
Very solid
everything.
3. These gold cards are proper pushed. Saheeli Ray, Planeswalker. Gavin, I'll let you read this, given your love of Planeswalkers.
One blue and 1 red, so 3 mana total. It's a Planeswalker with 3 loyalty counters. It's a mythic. +1, scry 1. Saheeli Rai deals 1 damage to each opponent. -2, create a token that's a copy of target artifact or creature you control, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. That token gains haste. Exile it at the beginning of the next end step. -7, search your library for up to 3 artifact cards with different names. Put them onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library.
Every time I've played against this, it's been paired with a Gearhulk, so perhaps my opinion's somewhat tainted, as -2 seems to be get a Gearhulk.
Yeah, when that's the case, first pick.
Yeah, otherwise I'm not blown away by this.
It's pretty good.
Still first pick.
Yeah, is it? Because I mean, I don't like that it doesn't defend itself.
No, but the upside is very high.
What's the upside? I mean, the upside is
Copy of a great creature, get an extra trigger and enter the battlefield effect. Scribe.
There's a lot of enter the battlefield effects.
Yeah, I still think, as we were saying with Dovin, I think this is the weakest. Because her
Really
or
like.
what would
she
you
has
say,
to
Gav?
protect herself as well, and the -2 is dependent on you having something that pairs well with something that will
Yeah,
at the end of, give you value that turn.
I don't really like that it doesn't do anything with your behind, doesn't protect itself, but then again, it's a 3 mana Planeswalker, so there are limits to what we expect. I don't think this is as strong as Planeswalkers usually are. I think this is a tier 3.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
I agree.
Yeah, okay, I'm okay with that.
Let's do a high tier.
I mean, although, yeah, what would I pick on tier 3? Although this is the kind of card, like, if you see it pack 2, if it's not worth a lot of money, you might pass. I mean, you're always going to take on paper, because it's always going to be worth something. But, like, Magic Online, if this is not worth a lot, you might actually pass it instead of trying to somehow play it.
Yeah, like Harness. I just take Harness Lightning instead of this any day of the week. This card's good, but it's kind of situationally good.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. But yeah, 3 works.
It is a
Yeah.
Planeswalker.
Yeah, 3 mana Planeswalker. Still, tier 3. A little harsh, but Saheeli Rai,
Yeah.
for breaking Davi's story, you're tier 3. Unlicensed
I can finish the
Disintegration.
story if you want.
Unlicensed Disintegration, 1 black red, instant, destroy target creature. If you control an artifact, Unlicensed Disintegration deals 3 damage to that creature's controller, and it's an
That's
uncommon.
amazing.
This card's
So-
fantastic.
Super good.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's not much to say really. It's brilliant. If you're in black
Best
red, you want
removal in the
this card.
set, is it?
Probably.
Best removal in the set? Yeah.
It's 2 colours, but probably. Do we put this in tier 1 or do we say tier 2?
No, tier 2.
Tier 2.
Yeah,
not
it's
tier
fine. Easy first pick.
Yep.
Veteran Motorist, red and a white for a 3/1 uncommon. When Veteran Motorist enters the battlefield, scry 2. Whenever it crews a vehicle, that vehicle gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Getting super pushed card.
Worst
Yeah,
card in the
what
set, but worst art in the set, by the way.
Oh yes.
Sorry.
What is
Sorry.
that guy doing? Is he like?
Christopher Moeller.
Muller. Yeah, sorry, man, but this is all the rest is so detailed, and this is kind of I don't know.
It's interpretive. I like it.
What's that round?
What is there to interpret? It's not very straightforward. This guy's pretty good though.
Still really good, yeah.
Yeah,
An
just this.
all-star.
Yeah, scry 2 on a
What
3/1.
the f was this Scrycho? Like,
It's just a random ability on a red white card. I think this is
well,
very
you know
very
what
strong
this
card.
Dwarf pilot does? His Scrycho. Why? I don't know.
I know.
It's a
but
flavor fail.
Kind of. The vehicle thing is a nice little bit of gravy. I just think this card's very solid. Tier 3. Pick it highly.
Yep.
Wouldn't go higher than that. Voltaic Brawler. I would go higher for this. Red-green, uncommon, 3/2. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. Whenever it attacks, you may pay a single energy. You may not pay 2. You may pay 1. It's before it while it's attacking, so you can't get them with it. If you do, it gets +1/+1 against trample until end of turn. Jesus Christ.
Super good.
2 mana 4/3 Trampler.
And he's like Mega Man as well.
Yeah, look at that. This is sort of the art.
This is a Mega Man art.
Yeah.
This is a sweet looking card. This is a sweet card. This is just so aggressive. It's just so aggressively costed as well.
You're gonna lose a lot of games when they cost this turn 2. Like, it's so hard to deal with it.
It's a 2 mana 4/3 with Trample. What do you do? You
And
just take
getting more energy is not hard from green, and this is gonna keep attacking you for 4. Red has less energy, but still has some.
The
Green
grubs
has
are great. The 2/1 for 2 in red.
Yeah.
This card is
Pair
just...
very nicely together with this.
I think this is a very solid tier 2.
I agree.
Yep.
This is
We're being very high on these gold cards, and do remember that if you're first picking them, you're not trying to force it. You're just, if those colors are then open, what's the word I'm looking for?
Well,
but the upside of your first pick becomes very high.
Yeah, I thought you were saying they go down a little bit in value because the chance of you playing them is less than if you took just a red card.
So make sure that you're first picking them knowing that you're hoping for the potential of this card working and not trying to force it. And then when you're in these colors and you see these in the later packs, you're just windmill slamming them.
I mean, yeah, but if I'm in red-green, this is like the 2nd or 3rd best card in my deck, right? Super card.
It might be the best card in your deck.
Yeah, even that. Whirler Virtuoso, 1 blue-red. It's a 2/3 Artificer. That uncommon. When it enters the battlefield, you get 3 energy. Pay 3 energy, create a 1/1 color stop to artifact creature token with flying. Again, super pushed card.
Yeah.
So
Alex, did you know that Vendel can have 6 fingers?
Mm.
Oh yeah, you pointed that out. It's a bizarre
I did,
nuance, right?
I did, Daddy.
Oh, you're very clever.
Yes. Thank you.
Well, like the baseline of this card is it's a 3 mana 3/4, one of which has flying, which is insane.
Yeah.
Oh, there is something. This, of course, is really good, but it's not as good as the other golden cards.
What? That's mental. This is just as good.
It's not.
No,
Why not?
it's fine.
Why is it fine? This card's
Compared to the
amazing.
Voltaic Brawler. Voltaic Brawler is so much better than this.
I
It's a
agree.
really good card. It's a tier 3, but
I agree the Brawler's
we've
better.
been spoiled for choice.
I just think coming to 3 mana 3/4 is insane, and coming down and say you've got 9 energy, you've suddenly got 3 Thopters. This is a place to put energy.
If you have 30 energy, you have 10 Thopters.
Tier 2. I don't know.
So it's a tier 3.
I don't think it's a 2, I think it's a 3.
Why not? So what's it lacking?
It's not a bomb. I mean, it's a very good value, solid card. It's not a bomb. Compared to Brawler or Gearhulk, I don't think this gets there.
No, I do agree a Gearhulk Mythic Rare is better.
No, a lot of the Gearhulks are tier 2.
Okay, oh yeah, fair enough. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah. Top of tier 3.
Yeah, no, I'm down with that. I don't think it's quite as good as Brawl or the other ones. Do we have another uncommon? We do not
No.
have another.
No,
We do
that's
not have
it.
another.
Straight into the artifacts.
Well, what do we think?
Right.
Those multicolours, though, super pushed, right?
Yep.
Jeez
Yeah.
Louise. Let's see how pushed the artifacts are. One imagines they'd be quite pushed in an artifact set, as I may have mentioned before, starting with Accomplished Automaton, 7 mana. It's a 5/7, it's got Fabricate 1, it's an artifact creature construct. Yeah, it does what it says on the tin.
Pretty
I have a question about this card.
Yeah?
So it fabricates 1 because it has the little guy on his shoulder, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
What about when you get the counter? Does he eat the guy? Does he use the guy as a weapon? Like, he start hitting people with the little guy? I don't understand.
My answer to that, Davy, is it's a tier 5.
It's not 4. Okay, it's probably a 5 actually. 7 mana.
5. It's 7 mana.
Would you ever play this as 7 mana 5/7? Is it always, sorry, a 6/8, or is it always the
6/8?
Yeah, would you ever play this with the +1/+1 counter?
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do.
Yeah, I would.
It's not the worst card
I
to put in your
wouldn't put
deck.
it. I wouldn't put it in my deck.
No, like Gavin says, if I have to play this in my deck, it's either A, ridiculously artifact themed, or B, just missing playables.
Yeah.
Tier
Trying
5.
I think just and the big vehicles are just much better because this is so vulnerable, right? The great thing about the vehicles is how non-vulnerable they are to removal.
But they also do nothing half the time, whereas this does what it says in the tin. It's a big one.
Yeah.
It is a big one, Greg.
It's a big one, but it's not that exciting. Yeah, tier 5.
He's a
Cool.
vegan.
He's a
I'm
vegan.
joking.
He's gonna eat that man.
Right.
Aether Flux Reservoir. 4
so
mana.
you'll be sad to open this. Carry on, Greg.
Oh, I'd be sad to open it because that means I'll have to do it. 4 mana, artifact, gold rare. Whenever you cast a spell, you gain 1 life for each spell you've cast this turn. Pay 50 life. Aetherflux Reservoir deals 50 damage to target creature or player. My favourite bit about this is creature or player. At which point are you playing 50 life and saying, right, kill that 6/6, you idiot.
Yeah, just for BMing purposes.
Is this a tier?
They've got orbs of water.
I'm not sure if this is a tier 3 or a tier 2.
Yeah.
Brazilian humour, ladies and gentlemen. It's all the
It's
bloody rage.
a tier 7. It's a
standard. It's EDH.
Let's move on.
I
Let's
don't know,
move on.
my favourite about this
Oh,
is
did you see there is Frank Carson did a constructed deck with this?
that must be fun to play.
It's like a standard storm with this as a win con.
Okay, I'd like to see that. It's also interesting that the pay 50 life, you can do it any time. You just
Apparently,
lose.
you can win on turn 5 with this thing.
Not unlimited, never play it.
Yeah.
Oh, this one.
Aether Works Marvel. 4 mana, legendary artifact. Whenever a permanent you control is put into the graveyard, you get an energy. Pay 6 energy. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may cast a card from among them without paying its mana cost. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order.
It's a mythic.
I wanna lick this card.
Well, of note, first of all, before we go into when a permanent you control is put into the graveyard, that counts tokens because they go once they're in the graveyard, but they do go to the graveyard. So any server going to the graveyard fuels this. How good's this card? It looks fun.
This card is so tasty. This card is chocolate with caramel. I want to lick it. I want to sleep with it. This card is everything I ever wanted in life. I want to marry it. I want to have 3 kids with Aetherworks Marvel.
What would you put it as a tier rating, though, Daphne? Putting that aside.
Your Latin blood.
It's tier S for sexy.
Sexy.
I like
it's slow. You have to build around it, but it is. I think it is achievable, but it's not for every deck. So it's sort of like for most decks, it's unplayable. But in the right
most decks, I don't know most decks. I don't know if that's true. It depends how many board stalls we're gonna have in this. Because think like a normal limited deck is around how many? Out of 23 cards, non-lands, 17 of them will be permanents.
Yeah, but I mean,
and listen, getting energy is not that hard. It's really not that hard. This is gonna be the best card you have in some decks. Like if you have a green or blue energy deck and you open this, you're high-fiving, and I'm gonna first pick this every time.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna first pick it and go deep on it. But if this is my only energy card, so I've got 3 other energy cards, I'm just not playing this. I'm just not gonna wait for me to accrue 6 energy.
No, if it's your only energy card, you don't play it. It's okay.
In a concerted energy deck, I think this may be a great finisher.
Yeah.
It's so good. You dig 6, you cast a card. It's so good.
Build around it is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how we can put this in the tier list. It doesn't really fit in.
Sometimes it's a 5, sometimes it's a 2, so it's a 3.
Yeah, I think 3 bids of the upside. But I mean, sometimes it's just a 4. Maybe it's just a 5.
Sometimes it's a 5, sometimes it's a 3. You want to put it straight on 5? I think that's wrong.
I think we'll probably have to make some sort of sideboard category for next time. We'll just build around.
I think this is 4. I think this is 4.
Maybe it's an aggregation of everything we've been saying, but it feels weird to put a solid play. Okay. I mean, it's kind of...
Yeah, it breaks the tier list.
Yeah. I think I'm just going to give this one a build around.
We can't comprehend how beautiful this card is.
It's a tier S.
No, we have to put it. We have to give it a tier because that's what we do. I think it's a
5.
5. I say 5.
Okay, let's go for 5 then. Well,
I thought it was 4.
Be aware that this thing is awesome.
Yeah, I think this is great. I think there's so many decks this slots into.
I think there's very few decks it slots into, but when it does slide into them, it's sexy.
It's very good. Yes.
Cool.
Animation module. Boy, damn good. 1 mana for an animation module. It's an artifact rare. Whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are placed on a permanent you control, you may pay 1. If you do, create a servo. 3 and tap it. Choose a counter on target permanent or player, and proliferate. Give that permanent or player another counter of that kind. So it's just basically another huge build around, right?
Yeah.
No, you know what this card is? Actually, this is a golden card.
Oh, you think this is
black? This is a green black card.
Yeah,
it's not an artifact. You have to analyze this as a green black card.
The pay 1 to get the servo is, in my experience, quite a big hurdle, and you always find it screwing up your turns where you could have played 2 cards, but do you want the value and to use your mana inefficiently? I think this is quite. I found these cards quite funky.
Think this: you can in a board stall pay 4, tap, get a +1/+1 counter, and get a servo.
Yeah, no. In the late game, but.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Do you want to play this just for the times when there's a board stall? Because otherwise, you'd much prefer just to be curving out with full costed creatures.
I would play this very often. If I am black-green, I always play this. Always, and pick very highly.
Yeah, it works in green-white as well. The problem with this is it says 1 mana in the top right. It's not a 1 mana card because it doesn't do anything for most of the game. It makes you pay off curve.
Oh, but that's great about it. I mean, the fact that that's exactly what you want to pay for cards that don't affect the board.
True.
Like if this was 3, this is why equipment is always bad. Or not always, usually, because it's too expensive to put it, so you're wasting your turn 3, not affecting the board. Turn 1, you're usually not playing a 1-drop anyway, so it's not a loss. The fact that it's a 1 mana card, it's incredible for it. That makes it way better. If this was 2 mana, this would be a lot worse, and I mean a lot.
I agree with that. I still think it's not that good.
No, I think you're sacrificing a lot of tempo. You're getting late game inevitability, and for that reason I think it's better in sealed, like in the right deck, in the green-black kind of thing. It's just a powerful effect. It's just so much anti-tempo.
Maybe I'm being too positive today. I think everything is awesome.
Have
I told you guys that I love all of you today? Anyway.
You have. It's nice to know.
I'm picking this not very often.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still say build around.
I'm first picking this a lot.
I don't think you're
probably
correct
I shouldn't.
picking it.
I don't think you should be David, but yeah.
I say
I'd
this.
build around again. I put it in tier 5.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a 4. It's not a 5.
It's worse than the Works Marvel.
Yeah, I think it's a 5, but I think we're going to highlight on our tier list. This is very much a build around card. It just is. This is
okay. Alright, happy with that.
Here we go. Aradara Express. Gavin, could you please explain what vehicles are?
Vehicles are a type of artifact that.
Well done. Thank you, Gav.
I know. It's like an expert telling you. It's like R&D department is here with you anyway. So the Aradara Express is a 5 mana artifact vehicle. It has menace though. That's odd for an artifact. And it has stats. It's an 8/6. Oh, what's going on? You can crew it. Crew 4. You can tap any number of creatures with total power 4 or more. So whatever the crew is, you need to tap that amount of power, spread them out amongst any number of creatures. And this vehicle becomes an artifact creature until the end of turn. Things to note: you can do this at instant speed. You can do this on your turn and then in your opponent's turn, and so on and so on.
And
it's very good.
Summoning.
When it comes to creature, it has summoning sickness if it's the turn the card came into play.
Yeah. But it can tap creatures that have come into play which have summoning sickness because it is a cost of this card. And most importantly, it's a motherfucking train. This is a motherfucking train. Look at it. It's a train. It's a train.
Yeah, how that's what I don't understand. Like, how was the flavor work? They were just getting the train and say, okay, let's fuck him up, and the train goes off rails and hits you in the face.
I like it. I like your way of describing it, Davy. It's basically an equipment.
It is, and it's not a very good one.
No.
I think this card sucks.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that. What do you think, Gav?
My experience is my brief experience is that Crew 4 is vastly worse than Crew 3. Crew 3 is simple, it's easy. Crew 4 becomes a bit more serious. You're tapping a 4-power creature,
or more often than not 2,
or a mixture,
like a 3 and a 2 or something.
Yeah, it's a lot trickier. So
I think they can always, like, as soon as you play this, they don't even need to kill it. They can just kill one of your other creatures and you're fucked.
You got nothing to do. I mean, this is okay. Like an 8/6 Menace is a powerful card. I just don't think it's worth the 5 mana.
I think I would only ever play this if I have a really good card with vehicles already in my deck. Like if I have the Dwarf Pilot.
It gives this first strike.
No. I mean the really good ones. I mean like the uncommon black, red whites, the rare red whites, the Dwarf Lord, like cards that really go off with vehicles. Then I play this. And I still wouldn't be happy because the thing is, you probably can get better vehicles.
There are better vehicles.
Yeah, I think this
Better
is
vehicles to come.
if you're in a vehicle deck and you're just not picking up vehicles, you've got the framework. This isn't terrible. I think it's tier 5. It's a bad vehicle, but it's still quite pushed. It's still playable.
You can crew vehicles without vehicles. That's like the biggest
I know,
flavor
yeah.
fail ever. But just be on the lookout for that. So if they have 2 vehicles, a smaller vehicle and a big vehicle, and then they have 2 creatures, and you remove one of the small creatures to stop them from, say, crewing this, in response to killing the small creature, they can crew their skiff, which is a 2/3, and then they can use the skiff to crew this. So
No, but think about
Also
it. There's
important.
another train that it's smaller. So
Yeah.
when the other train crews this one, it's like a fish going into a sea cucumber, and they all become the sea cucumber. Or Megazord, if you were familiar with the Power Rangers.
Basically, it's-
Double crowing is basically Megazord.
Yeah.
They fuse into one.
Sorry.
Ja-
So what
Ja-
is this
fail
then?
at all. It was-
This is a
Gentlemen never
tier
double cruise.
4.
No, it's not. It's tier 5. You can't just arbitrarily say it.
I was just putting my flag out there.
I like
Okay.
it. I think tier 5, bad vehicle but playable.
Yep.
Bad 5.
Ballista Charger is a better vehicle. It's a 5 mana again.
Yeah.
It's a 6/6.
Is it though?
Yeah,
Yes,
when it
it is.
attacks, it deals 1
Much
damage to
better.
target creature or player. It's got crew 3. As you said, Grav, and I agree, crew 3 is far easier to reach than crew 4. It's
Yeah.
just
So
it's
it's
just-
not like heaps better, but it is a little bit better. It has.
It's a little bit better, but it's not amazing.
I just
No.
think the gap between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 it's sort of an exponential growth.
1 and 2 isn't too bad.
Oh,
but-
aren't you clever? Look at all these words, you know. You have the best words. They're basically the Donald Trump of Magic.
Make magic great
With
again.
his fancy
Yeah,
words.
great again.
Build a fucking wall and keep out all the ballistas.
But I mean, if this was just a creature that was a 5 mana 6/6, it would be pretty good.
Well, it would be amazing.
It would be broken, but
Which
it's
is,
not.
why, which is why it's got a huge downside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, tier 4.
Yeah, this,
I think
this
it's
is a
higher than
solid
that.
vehicle. Do you think
Yeah,
so? I don't know.
It's not high. It's not a 3. No way.
Nope.
I
Yep.
think
okay,
it's,
high tier 4.
yeah, I
If,
think
you're
it's
happy,
like-
if you're looking for vehicles, you're happy with this. You're happy with this one, but there's still better to come.
yeah, it picks stuff off. I like
We're,
the 1
we're
damage.
ramping up here. I like this.
I like that it picks off
ordered them.
servos.
It's gone in tier 4, high tier 4.
Lovely. Bastion Mastodon. It's a 5 mana card. This is the first in the cycle of like coloured activations to 5 mana 4/5. Click play a white, it gets vigilance until end of turn. This to me is the definition of meh.
Nah.
It's a 5 mana 4/5. If you're playing,
Wow, the expert. Meh.
It sums it up though.
wrong noise, it's elephant. It's more of the definition of
Yeah.
Is that a noise elephant? Sorry guys, next card. I don't know. I'm not excited to play this.
This is a low tier
What
4.
invited Greg, honestly?
I think it's
I
worse
would
than that.
put this in 5. Yeah.
There's a lot of
Okay.
sexy things to do in this set, and it's just
Yeah. You don't want to be doing this at
Like
5.
5
Hey.
mana 4/5's okay. It hits the
Yeah.
and forgiving the vigilance is nice, but I'm never playing this when I'm not in white, and if I'm in white, I'm hoping to do something better.
Let's roll on.
Better wings.
Bizarre Barge. Okay, this is a decent vehicle. 4 mana 5/5. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Crew 3. Okay, the draw the card is a big game here.
This
Yeah,
may be
yeah.
the best one.
No.
Oof.
Sorry. That was a bit harsh because it was
You
too
should
quick.
respect my,
Let me be more respectful.
pretty
Are you
good.
fucking
So
kidding me?
far,
What the
this is
fuck
the
is
best
wrong
one.
with you?
It's
If
pretty
you're in
good.
front of me, I'll smack you right now. I'm joking. Kind of. No, this is really good.
You get the card
Play
back
this in
straight away.
decks. Yep, you can play this in decks that aren't necessarily looking for vehicles like specifically, just because the draw card's great and the utility you get from crewing with a 3 powered creature, making it a 5/5 is.
Now, I can definitely imagine the higher up in R&D saying, listen, I want something that is BBB. Like, I don't give a fuck about the name, it has to be BBB. Oh, my
like
Bazaar Bar. Yeah, I don't care, just put it.
Like, unless I'm
BBB.
playing a bizarre deck with 6 creatures and metallurgic summons, I'll just play this card. This card's
Yeah,
great. 4 mana 5/5
Yeah.
cycler, tier 3.
very good.
Yeah.
Tier
Tier
3,
we've
yeah.
seen so far. Bomat Courier. Constructed All-Star maybe. It's shit in limited. 1 mana rare. Haste. Whenever it attacks, exile the top card of your library face down. You can't look at it. Pay a red. Discard your hand. Sacrifice Bomat Courier. Put all cards exile with Bomat Courier into their owner's hands. So it's pretty unplayable outside of red. And it's pretty unplayable in red.
Playable. Yeah. Yeah, definitely a standard card. It just
You see, I don't even think so.
You don't think it's unplayable?
No, I don't think it's standard.
Oh right, fair. I don't know. It could be fun. Like the thing about this is you need it on turn 1, and you need to attack, and you need all your decks to be 1 and 2 mana spells. It's just never going to happen in limited.
Yeah, this isn't great.
I think if you didn't ever play this card, you wouldn't be making a mistake.
Yep.
You're super sad when you open this, yeah?
Yeah.
Cheated.
So the art is wicked.
Although Wizards did say that whoever opens this can get their money back.
Did they really?
Like you just showed the booster and they give you a new one.
I don't know if I go tier 7 or tier 6. I mean,
7. I'll never play this. Ever.
Yeah, me
Don't
neither.
play it.
I'm
Don't
never
play
going
it.
to play tier 7.
Okay.
Not
Tier
even
7.
once.
It's done.
Chief of the Foundry. I'd play this one. 3 mana, artifact creature. It's a 2/3. It's an uncommon. Other artifact creatures you control get +1/+1. Woohoo! Lots of servos. This is a high pick, right?
Yeah.
This is very strong. Way better than Origins.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah. Very happy to see this. And you can first pick this because you're going to have artifacts no matter what color combination you're in. So it keeps you open, which I really like as well. So if you see this, pick 3 or 4, and you've got a couple of strong cards in one color, and you're wondering whether this is a really valuable pick in that it keeps your draft completely open. It's like you picked another very strong on color card, which I love.
Yeah, I like it. I like first picking a card I'm pretty sure I'm going to play. I don't see myself cutting this too often.
Yeah.
I think this is a solid 3.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Yep. Agreed.
It's great.
Cogworker's Puzzle Knot. First in a Puzzle Knot cycle. So the Puzzle Knot have an enter the battlefield ability, and they also have a sacrifice ability. They are colorless mana, and it costs a colored mana and a certain number of colorless to sacrifice them. So Cogworkers is the white version. It's 2 mana to play it of any color. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 server artifact, sack it for 1 white, create another server artifact. So firstly, all the Puzzle Knots, we agree, they're unplayable outside of if you've haven't got any white mana in your deck. This is an unplayable card.
Yes, definitely.
But if you have white mana in your deck, this is unplayable.
It's still unplayable. Do you think this was too strong to be Thopters? Even then, it's because it's just awful.
I don't even think with Doppers. Okay, there's a lot of artifact synergy, so maybe. But compare this one to Vessel of Nascency. Was that the one? No, Vessel of Ephemera. No.
Yeah, you're right. And Vessel of Ephemera wasn't particularly good, but it was much better.
It was an okay card. It wasn't particularly good, and it was way better than this.
But it was better in SOI when you were looking for Delirium, and enchantment into the graveyard was.
Oh, I played a lot of blue-white flyers. I just played that thing.
You did.
Okay. Yeah. But anyway, you never get enough value out of sort of the fact that this is an artifact when it's in the battlefield, and the off chance that you have triggers. Like even when you're trying to look for when an artifact enters the battlefield, still just don't play this.
In a pre-release, if you see your friend playing this, you should look for better friends.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, if I've got 3 Chief of the Foundry, I'm sure I'll play it. Otherwise, I just
I would still not try. Still not.
I'd rather not play this.
It's not literally unplayable. It's not tier 7, but it's tier 6. I don't want to play this.
6.
Put it, bottom of tier 6.
Yeah, I don't like this cards.
Okay.
Consulate Skygate. I like this one a bit more. It's 2 mana for an 0/4 defender with reach. Yeah.
You're still trying not to play this card.
Yeah, it's bad.
Sucks. Next.
I mean, it's a decent sideboard card. I actually just put this in a sideboard.
Yeah, category. Sideboard. Bring it. You're in a slow deck. Bring it in.
Yeah, I bring this in against two power flyers like the Windrakes. This is good against those cards because they're relatively expensive. What they are, like they're 3 mana 2/2 flyers, 4 mana 3/2s.
If you need this, you will pick it up late in a pack.
Yeah, this sucks.
I'd still say tier 6.
6.
Yeah, but this has more application than the last card.
Oh, totally. But,
Cultivator's Caravan, not tier 6. 3 mana for an artifact vehicle. It's a rare. It's a 5/5. Add 1 mana of any colour to your mana pool is its tap ability, which of course it can do upon being played. It's got Crew 3.
I always imagine hobbits coming out of this art. I don't know why.
It looks like a weapon, but it's not, is it?
It's very Lord of the Rings if you think about it.
Yeah.
I think who's the artist? Peter Jackson?
Mark?
No, Mark Zhang. Okay, I'll go first. This card is awesome. Always play it. Always first pick it. It is amazing. It's the best mana rock ever, I think. Yeah, that's enough.
It's good. It's a good mana rock.
It's
It
tier
has
2. Maybe tier 2.
I wouldn't say tier 2. I think
I would. I think this card is really good. I think it fixes the thing of the vehicles that sometimes they are dead. This is never dead. This fixes your mana. This ramps you, this cooks, it cleans, it irons, it goes to the grocery, it gives you a Swedish massage, it does everything.
It is very nice.
Yeah, you know what, I'm convinced. It does. It's a good early, good late.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, this is great. Tier 2.
Yeah.
Deadlock Trap. 3 mana for a rare.
It's a trap!
It's a trap indeed. It's an artifact. Deadlock Trap enters the battlefield tapped. When it enters the battlefield, you get a couple of energy. Tap it and pay an energy. Tap target creature or planeswalker. Its activated abilities can't be activated this turn.
Rubbish.
Sucks.
Yeah, it's a bit of a trap card, isn't it?
Oh, hold on. Do you play this in a deck? Say you play this in a deck that can make infinite energy. Say I told you every turn you're going to have an energy. Would you play this?
Probably not. No.
It's a
Because
3
I
mana.
play it on turn. Play it on turn 3. It comes into play tapped. My turn 3 is dead, and then I don't know. It feels. Yeah.
It's
No,
an
no,
interesting
no,
sideboard card.
I could be wrong. Like what? It just feels very weak. And when I played against it, I'm like really happy that they've put it in their deck.
Yeah, I don't even think if the opponent had a planeswalker, I don't even think I'd bring this in. I'm not really that bothered about. Like, it's tap target creature or planeswalker. A, it's so rare and limited. B, meh. They've got one planeswalker in the deck. Maybe I draw this. If I do, I sort of lock it down. I'm down on this card. It's not strictly unplayable. It is a tapper that's not going to die. I don't like it though. I'd say 6.
This sucks.
Yeah,
6.
Not a fan.
Deadlock Trap. Fuck off. That was a bit harsh. Decoction Module. It costs 2, so you can't play it, Davy. It's an artifact. It's uncommon. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you get an energy. Play 4 and tap it. Return creature you control to its owner's hand. Alex, you've been playing a bit with this. What do you think?
No, not this one. I've been playing with the other one that puts a counter when you get an energy, which I think
look a right tit.
is very strong. This is probably the weaker of the modules, I think, because it's just like the 4 mana to return a creature. It's just so anti-tempo, as we've been saying with these sort of cards, and the one energy, the one why the counters one, which we will get to, why that is better, is because it has, when a creature comes into play and gets energy, it gets a counter for generating that energy, which is really strong.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's another anti-tempo. It's built around.
It's just not doing it. It's not doing enough. Yeah, like you're playing this. You're taking a hit early in the game to try and have inevitability at the end, but you're trying to claw back too much. Doesn't. Yeah. I don't know. Not a fan of this one.
Yeah, I think this is bad.
I articulated that poorly, but I think I got my message.
No, I thought. What do you think, Gav?
Yeah, I don't think it's great.
No, it's slow. It's just build around it, but I don't think it's the best build. I think it's
build around enough. That's the thing. Yeah.
Tier 5 with the caveat of build around.
Here's the thing. There's a limited number of cards you can put in your deck that don't affect the board. Yeah, so this card is gonna compete with removal and other stuff. Is not gonna get there.
Yep.
Don't like, instead of playing a creature, play this ever. Don't do that.
Davey said it better than I did.
Yeah, it's a nice way to put it, but I do think this deck that's won this card, this is one of their, well, the one thing that doesn't affect the board.
Yeah, but you're gonna have 17 creatures and this, and all of them care a lot about energy. Yeah, I can see playing.
Yeah, it's a build around.
The return target creature you control.
I don't think it's even a build around. It's not like the kind of card you take and you start doing stuff for it. Like, it's a card that if you are in the heavy energy deck and you have a lot of creatures, maybe you put one of those. Maybe you even cut it.
Okay.
There are better flicker cards in white. Like 2-drop is better because it's a body and it can flicker.
The extra mechanic, yeah.
Yeah, and even the sorcery that's bounce target or exile, flicker target creature, draw a card. It's like cycling, and is it an instant? I'm not sure. Anyway, I feel like that's even better than this because you.
The effect is powerful. The return target creature you control to its owner's hand. Protect, in the late game, it does protect you from removal.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it though.
I say tier 5.
4 mana to do that.
Yeah, it's so expensive.
I think this one is playable, but I still put it as builder. I say low tier 5.
Yeah,
It's a
agreed.
6.
No, I'm happy with low tier 5.
Yeah, low tier 5. It is playable. It's just I don't want to play this without a distinct reason to. Demolition Stomper. It's a big ass vehicle. 6 mana, 10/7. Uncommon. Can't be blocked with power. Creature with power 2 or less. Crew 5.
Yeah, this is the trap side of vehicles, I think.
I think so too. What do you think will happen when you play this card, Gav?
Your biggest creature will get killed by removal.
I'm pretty much sure that's going to happen.
Although-
most of the time.
The only thing I'd say about removal is a lot of the removal in this set is like enchantment based, right? Or some of it. A chunk of the white removal. And I guess that doesn't stop you crewing stuff.
It does. It explicitly stops you crewing.
Oh yeah, okay, fine, it does, doesn't it? I'm just rethinking about it. Actually, yeah, the comment do stop you crewing.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, fine. Yeah, this is a trap.
I
Don't
think
play
so
this.
too. Yeah, I mean, it's a 10 power thing that can't be chump block. That's quite powerful, but I bet the amount of times I get hit by this is less than 5. And also less than 5% compared to the amount of times it's out on the board.
Yeah, it just sucks.
I give this... Again, it's playable because its effect is colossal, but I don't think it's tier 7.
Is it though? It's so easy.
It's tier 5.
It's not that easy to jump, actually, I was going to say.
It's really hard to chump. It can be. I played against this and it's won them the game because of just how the battlefield lined up.
Well, this is a 5, but again, don't count this as your creature. Count this as your extra cards that are not creatures.
Yeah,
It's very good. It's very good on defense, surprisingly. Even though you have to crew 5, if the boards are stalled, even though they're tapping 2 creatures.
But I don't know, man.
they
If
just
you
win
don't,
combat.
if you don't have 5 power on the board, this is
Yeah.
useless.
literally.
Yeah.
I think this is a 6.
I still think
Don't
it's
think
5.
it's not a 6. It's a.
I think it's a low 5. I don't think it's a good vehicle. I think I'd rather have the Aradara Express. Yeah, it's a tier 5. It's playable. If you need a big vehicle for some reason, this does that job. I just don't think it's very good. Dakara Peafowl, 4 mana 2/4 artifact creature. It's a boat, and play a blue to give it flying until end of turn.
This and the red one to come have been my favorite out of the colored activation.
I've got another favourite. We'll get to that though. Dakara, I think this is pretty solid. Like 4 mana 2/4. I'd never play this outside of blue. In blue, sure, I'll play it.
This
Not exciting, but I'll play it.
this was very good when I played against it.
Yeah, I mean it's as good as a 4 mana 2/4 flyer is, which is just fine.
Yeah.
But it's an artifact, so the synergies that
Yeah, true.
you're able to line up with that. So you've got
4 mana to 4 flyer is good.
Yeah, it's not broken. It's just fine. It's about the baseline.
it's been very solid for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So I call this solid. I say tier 4.
Yep, tier 4.
Solid playable as long as you're blue. If you're
Sure.
not blue, it's not tier 4 because you lose a lot from the activated ability not being there.
Yep, agreed.
Dynavolt Tower, 3 mana rare artifact. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you get 2 energy. Pay 6 energy. No, pay 5 energy. That helpful number there again. Dynavolt
5.
Tower deals 3 damage to target creature or player. Davy, how many drafts do you think you're going to ruin by going down the Dynavolt Tower route?
Lots.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. How highly should you pick it if you're not going for a fun draft?
You shouldn't pick this.
This if this deck
No, that's not true. Come on.
When this deck comes together, this card is very, very strong.
I think maybe you should. I don't think we should pay that much attention to the first part of the.
That's wrong. That's wrong as well. That effect is very strong. So if you are
How many instant or sorceries are you gonna play? I think this is more like a really, really good way to use your energy. So if you have a deck that produces a lot of energy, there are worse ways of spending 5 energy than, Lightning Bolt.
So Die Young becomes -4/-4 for 2. Harnessed by
That is
Lightning becomes 5 damage for 2 mana.
That is very true.
So
But there aren't that many though.
It is
No,
a powerful
but
effect.
it is surprisingly. I mean, again, this is a very strong build around card, and it's potentially harder to get there than some of the other ones. But when it does come together, this card just takes over the game. you want to be in blue, in red, or blue, red, black are the colors you want to be in, because you can use the energy directly with spells that require energy on cast, and then also you have creatures in those colors, blue primarily. That means you can just play creatures that get you to 5, and then you're pinning them for 3 or killing a creature. You'd be surprised.
I see your point. There's just so many times in my mind which just do nothing.
Oh yeah, agreed. But as build around, this is where I'd want to be trying to build around, because
I don't know if this would come together as often.
I mean, this is a very rare scenario. If I got 2 of these, I'd be in for it.
Yeah,
two of these.
But you can hedge on this. Like it's just one pick for the upside being extreme.
Yeah, 11th pick. I'd say.
I think this will ruin a lot of drafts for me.
Agreed.
Because I'm gonna look at it, I'm gonna say I'm doing it, and I'm gonna end up with a crappy deck.
You're gonna end up not doing it.
It is very skill intensive to draft around.
So now I'm bad? So
no, I'm not saying that. I'm just,
what the fuck?
The skill is not taking it.
I wasn't. I didn't mean it like that. I mean.
So I'm gonna translate what Alex just said. This is for non-idiots like me, yeah?
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. I think this is just a straight up build around card. I think in terms of build around, it's tier 5.
I'm not going to disagree with that at all. It is.
Interesting.
It is very strong when it works.
Yeah, agreed.
It does it can just take over the game.
Eager Construct. It's a 2-mana 2/2 artifact creature construct. When it enters the battlefield, each player may scry 1. Notably worse than you may scry 1.
Yeah.
Notably worse than a 2-mana 2/2 with flavor text, in my opinion.
Isn't it just equal? I mean, it's
true, but they get the initiative.
No. Yeah, they get the initiative. It can be very bad.
That is
they
true.
Get to use the card first.
Yeah, that is true.
2-mana 2/2 can only ever be so bad, and having an artifact subtype, artifact theme running through that text is strong. I mean, I've been playing this set quite a bit now. I've found this is my 25th card a lot of the time.
You're trying not to play this.
Yeah, I mean,
if you're wanting the artifact synergy, try to find that somewhere else, and only take this as a sort of last resort.
Yeah, I agree. It's not terrible, but it's certainly not something that's drawing me towards.
Is this a meh?
I don't know. I would only play this if I really care about artifacts.
I'm with you, Gav. This is a meh. This is a tier 5 meh.
5.
Ego as it is. Electrostatic Pummeler gets my reward for shittiest rare ever. It's 3 mana for an artifact creature construct. At rare, obviously, it's a 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, you get 3 energy. Pay 3 energy, it gets +X until end of turn, where X is its power. So base stat is you pay 3 energy, it gets +1/+1. Pay 3 more, gets +2/+2. Pay 3 more, gets +4/+4 until end of turn. So if you've managed to accrue 30 energy, it's probably quite good. Assuming you haven't, it's probably quite bad.
No, let me tell you how you're gonna win this game with this.
Not play it.
You're gonna play the +4/+4 and trample. And then you're gonna use 6 energy and attack for 20, and that's always gonna work. Boom! I broke magic. Peace out. I wish I had a microphone to drop right now.
If this was 2 mana, even then,
it would still be crap.
Yeah.
I kind of think the mana cost doesn't matter on this card. You've either got the deck for it or you haven't, and in 99.9% of the times you haven't.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I think this is just straight tier 6.
Yes.
Bad card. Sure, it'll be fun.
We are gonna lose to that though, and it's gonna be super annoying.
I lost to that in the deck that had the tap, pay 5 energy, deal 3 damage. Because he had that, and he had this as well.
So infinite supply.
And he had the turn. Yeah, it was insane.
What a dick.
His draft came together, as they say.
Alex, you read this one. You've played.
So this is the one that I'm up on. Fabrication module. 3 colorless for an artifact at uncommon rarity. Whenever you get 1 or more energy, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Pay 4, you get an energy. So I've played against this and been beaten, and then I've also played with this and destroyed. And it just feels like you take the tempo loss the turn you play this, but you don't have to pay the 4 mana to get the energy for this card to just accrue you so much value. And then when you do have the mana you can just dump mana into this, and you just get +1/+1 counters on everything. So of the thriving set become amazing with this, because the turn they come into play, they generate the energy, and then you put a +1/+1 counter on them as they come into the battlefield, and then when they attack, they can then use their energy to pump themselves up more, or you can use that energy elsewhere. As we said previously, it really just will get you a lot of +1/+1 counters across the entirety of the game, and it makes combat very difficult for your opponent.
Yeah, good
because
point.
at instant speed, you can put a +1/+1 counter on any of your creatures.
Yeah.
If this guy is not cooking math, I don't know who is.
I like this. I mean, I don't think it's busted, but I think for this module cycle, this is one of the strongest ones. Like you say, it's one that directly affects the board, albeit at the most expensive price, but the one that directly affects the board, sort of. It still does nothing the turn you play it, but like you said, it messes up combat. It's got a lot of it. I think this one's quite good. It's less of a build around, more of just a decent card.
Yes, agreed. That's why it feels more flexible and easy.
This looks good.
Where would you put it, Alex? You play with it quite a bit.
I mean, it's top of tier 4, bottom of tier 3 for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I found it very powerful, and I'm wanting to, if I'm in blue X or green X, I want to see this card, and I will pick it up.
I think because this card is useless sometimes, this is a tier 4.
Yeah.
But it might be as good as a tier 3 in the right deck.
Okay, I'm down for that. Excellent.
So I will put it 4 in general,
I'm
but this
happy
will
with
be a
that.
3 sometimes.
Okay. Filigree Familiar. It's an artifact creature fox for 3 mana. It's a 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life. When it dies, draw a card. Exultant Cultist. I'll just check we're recording. Continue. We're recording. Everything's fine. Thank fuck for that.
Right,
You'd have all
this is
killed
very
me.
good.
Yeah, this is pretty damn good, right?
This is the bomb.
It's just every Can you imagine drafting this and not playing it?
No, not really. It's very good.
I don't think I'd ever cut this from my deck. Any deck.
Yeah.
I think I will
tier
first
3?
pick this card sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not particularly. Yeah, I mean this just gets in every deck. It draws you. It cycles. It gains you 2 life. It's an artifact.
And it's cute.
It's a fox. It's a cute. I think this is a tier 3 card.
Yep.
Great.
It's tier 3 because of its flexibility.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
It's not winning you the
Value.
game, or it's just value on a stick.
So much value.
Yeah, you're right. The power level's not there, but it goes in every deck.
If you trade this with something, you're so far ahead.
Yeah.
Yep,
Well, you get a nice little boost. Yeah, it's a good card.
that's great.
Fireforger's Puzzle Knot. Okay, worst Puzzle Knot. 2 mana. When it enters the battlefield, deals 1 damage to target creature or player. 2 in a red. Sack it. It deals 1 damage to target creature or player.
Now this one is completely unplayable.
Yeah.
5 mana do 2 damage.
I mean, if the opponent's got a lot of 1 toughness creatures, maybe you bring it in, but
But if you have something that brings artifacts back, you can spend 10 mana and do 4 damage. Huh?
Ooh,
Huh?
now we're talking,
Now
Danny.
we're
Now
doing
we're
it.
talking.
bad
Yeah,
tier
just
6.
don't play it.
Tier 6.
No, this is 7.
No, I think it's 6. I don't think it's completely unplayable. I think if the opponent's playing the servo deck, you can kill things with it, maybe, if they're playing Curio Vendor decks. I don't know. I don't think it's completely unplayable. I think I will bring this in once.
It is very bad, though.
It is bad, yeah. I don't want to play this card.
Do not mainboard this.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Fleetwheel Cruiser. 4 mana for a 5/3 trample haste. It's a rare. When it enters the battlefield, it becomes an artifact creature until end of turn, which means it just gets proper haste. It doesn't need to be crewed. It's got crew too. Gav, you're a big vehicle fan. Do you like this one?
Yes.
I love this one. This is super great.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, it's kind of a red card given the way this set's transpiring, with red being the haste aggro colour. But obviously, the beauty of it being a vehicle means you can play it in any deck. You get in a big hit.
Good. Cards. Yeah,
So
stacks
good.
are great. This is the vehicle you want. It's a rare, so you're not seeing this very often. But yeah, this is.
Is it bomb level good?
I think,
Yeah.
Do you think this is tier 2? I think this
No.
might be tier 3.
Low tier 2? Low
No.
tier 2?
I think it's great. I think it's a really good card.
On curve those. Jeez.
Yeah, I think in a red deck this would probably reach tier 2, but in a normal deck,
I think, Jesus, if you curve out, if you go 2-3 this, you're gonna win 95% of the games you do that. And there's not a lot of cards that you can actually say that. And I don't know. I think the power level's there.
Yep. I would still put it top of tier 3.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, it's got its raw efficiencies there. It just, yeah, I don't think this is a game.
Voltaic Brawler into the 3/3 haste for 3 into this.
Yeah, you're not losing that game. I'd say tier 3, high tier 3. I actually prefer the Brawler to this.
Put it in the top 7 cards before the start of the game, and then don't present, and good to go.
To the old Anteri.
Yeah.
Bastard. Rune Magic for the UK. Foundry Inspector, 3 mana, artifact creature construct. It's a uncommon 3/2. Artifact spells you cast cost 1 less to cast.
This can be insane.
Yeah, it reminds me of that card from Battle for Zendikar, the Herald of Kozilek, the 3 mana 2/4 with colourless being 1 less, and that card really got there.
And this is easy to cast. You don't really need to be playing that many artifacts for you just to jam this anyway, because it's 3 mana 3/2.
Yeah, if you can play this and then the next turn play 2 3 mana artifacts, or even
or
1 5 mana.
4, card is awesome. Another great first pick because it keeps you completely open. You can put it in almost every. I can't see myself cutting this.
Yeah, this is very good.
Unless I have no other artifacts and I'm jammed.
Even though it's a 3 mana 3/2.
Yeah, exactly. So
I think I'd cut this more readily than I would the other one, the Chief of the Foundry.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I don't think this is quite as good as Chief of the Foundry.
No.
But only fractionally worse.
I still think it's a 3 though.
Okay, it might be a tier 4 in my mind, but it's maybe 3.
No,
I think it's a low 3, but it's a 3.
Yeah.
I think we've been quite harsh on a few coloured cards, by the way, during our reviews. I think we should go back and revisit.
Listen, look ahead, never back.
Yeah.
I'm just starting around.
Gear
Rapora.
Well, let's look ahead towards this. So it's 4 mana. Each player may play an additional land on each of his turns. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, if that player has no cards in hand, that player draws 3 cards. Gav, you made a great comparison to this. What's this remind you of?
It reminds me of Jeeves in Hearthstone.
It is. Holy shit.
most times this just fucks you so hard. So this is unplayable. It's a risk to play it, right?
Yeah, if you play this, you're an idiot.
Yeah, don't be doing it.
Let's whack it in 7. Let's move on.
This card actually reminds me of kidney stones.
Glass
It's horrible to have.
It's a good word though. Orrery is a good word.
Yeah, it's true. I like that. So here's the blue puzzle knot. I think this might be one of the better ones. When it enters the battlefield, you scry 2, then you get 2 energy. 2 in the blue, sack it, scry 2, get 2 energy. Okay, so you're sort of getting your cards back. Scry 2 and 2 energy. I'd say that's almost equivalent to a card. Maybe.
You're paying 5 mana.
Yeah, there is that.
You're getting 4 energy, so you really. I still feel like I don't want to play this.
I don't want to play this.
I think it's better than the other puzzle knots. I don't think it's good. I think this is a meh.
I think the green one's better than this. It's 4 mana for 6 energy.
Yeah, agreed. I think this is okay, but I can see myself playing this, but I really don't want to.
Yep.
No, I don't think you will.
I don't think it's the end of the world if you play this, where if I play the white one, I feel really bad. I think this is a low tier 5.
Okay.
Yep,
I can live with that.
It's better than the white and the red for sure.
Yeah, but still, it's kind of a weak cycle. Inventor's Joggles. Artifact equipment. Cost 1 to get on the battlefield. It's a common. Equipped creature gets +1/+2. Equip cost is 2. Whenever an artificer enters the battlefield under your control, you may attach Inventor's Goggles to it.
Now you can't say joggles because there might be Americans watching and they're gonna see you saying joggles and they're gonna think, oh, that's fancy and British. I'm gonna start saying joggles again. And when you see it, like half of America is saying joggles, and it's your fucking fault.
Just jog on, mate. Jog on.
We definitely have enough
No,
subscribers for this to be reality.
This card is surprisingly good.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Really?
I think this card is good.
Really?
Why?
Because it's cheap.
Yeah, it's cheap enough.
I played with it a
It's not
couple of
amazing,
times.
but
It did work.
yeah, it does work.
Yeah, I mean, the 1 mana +1/+2 equip 2 is not terrible. It's a decent rate. I think this is probably going to be one of the better equipments in the set. I think it might even be the best. I don't know if it's tier 4 though. I don't know if this is a solid playable, more of a okay.
It's okay.
I think this is a 4.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it? I don't think it's better than True Face Sensor. I think True Face is a lot better than this. I use True Face as like the borderline for good equipment now because that was the first good equipment I've seen for a long time.
But I still think this is good enough. This is a 4. Don't play 5 of this. Yeah.
Play 1.
Or 2.
Really? Play 2?
Depending on the deck, I would. A very
Okay.
heavy deck that goes really wide. This makes a difference. This makes it really annoying to attack or block.
Yeah, to be honest, I've played against this card and it was surprisingly good as well. It just didn't
Yeah,
look
no,
bad when I
I was down on it until I played with it. And it looked like every turn was so much better because I had it on the board. Like, it's a small effect, but it's cheap. And the fact that it's always available makes it gives you so many options. I was quite impressed with it. I might be
Yeah.
wrong.
I was
Maybe it was
Yeah.
that game. But I thought the card was bad. I almost cut it from my deck, but it ended up being really good, surprisingly good. I think it's a 4.
I just think, yeah, if you compare it to Cultist Staff, it's a lot better than Cultist Staff. Just the stack, the equip, and
Let's not mention
Yes.
fucking cultist stuff.
What's
Whenever
the-
I'm drafting with Greg, he was like, "Oh, there's a cultist stuff," and I was like, "I can see that. We're not gonna play it. No, take it. It's good. It's good. It's not good."
Mate, it's a great card. It's busted. Get Lone Rider out. You've won. Tier 4. I agree with you. It's also got the random Artificer stuff.
Bottom of tier 4.
Yeah, Iron League Steed, 4 mana 2/2, uncommon artifact creature with haste. It's got Fabricate 1.
Why is this uncommon?
I think it's quite powerful. 4 mana 3/3 haste in any colours. Quite a powerful card.
Yeah, okay. When you put it like that.
I don't think it's brilliant. I was think it's almost strictly better. Well, it's not, but it's a lot better to pay this as a 3/3 haste, I think, than a 2/2
Yes,
haste on a 1/1.
yes.
You never know. I think this card is good.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
think this is solid.
I think this is just tier 4, solid playable.
Yeah.
Yep,
I
happy
think
with
it's only
that.
better than that, but I'm going to play this in 90% of the times I draft it, which is
Yeah.
a good sign. Key to the City. Now, this is the card I like. Key to the City is 2. It's an artifact. Discard a card. Up to 1 target creature can't be blocked this turn. Whenever it becomes tapped, you may pay 2 if you do draw a card, and of course it becomes untapped every single upkeep if it's been tapped. So if you've tapped it, you have to pay them out of there. You can't pay it like 3 turns later to draw the card. This card we've played with it was surprisingly good. This card just completely wrecks in a board store, lets you loot. I like this
Yeah.
effect. I think it's a very strong card.
Not only won us a game,
It lets us
the
discard all our
second game.
furious reprisals.
This is what we. Yeah. The second game, all we wanted was to draw this. If we drew this, we would have won. It was surprisingly good. The first time I
Yeah.
saw it, I didn't think it was that good, but it's very strong.
This is like a rogue passage on crack.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is strong. I think this is a tier 3. I think I put this highly.
Yeah, I would too.
I agree.
Again.
Yep.
Sweet. Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot. Bad puzzle knot. It's the black one. Ends the battlefield. You draw a card. You lose 1 life. Pay 2 in a black. Do it again. So it's basically 4 in a black. Gain 2. Lose 2. Draw 2. An effect which usually costs
Remember,
Black.
succumb to temptation.
only 2. Well,
This is way worse. Yay.
this is
Yeah, don't
bollocks.
play this.
Tier 7?
Yep.
No,
How-
tier 6 probably.
you know that card that was almost unplayable. How about if it cost 2 more mana?
Yeah,
But artifacts, Debbie, artifacts.
this is bollocks.
Artifacts. Yeah. No, this
Tier-
is awful.
Tier 6. Tier 6
Yeah.
close to 7. It's
Yeah,
lucky it's
tier
not in
6.
7.
We'll give it a pass.
Metalwork Colossus wins the award for card I misread with the worst consequences. It's 11 mana for a 10/10 artifact creature constructor rare. Metalwork Colossus costs X less the cost, where X is the total converted mana cost of non-creature artifacts you control. Sack 2 artifacts, return it from your graveyard to your hand. Obviously I thought it was cost X less to control, where X is the total number of non-creature artifacts you control. Which point I thought, well, why bother having it? It's just going to be 9 mana. This is castable.
Yeah, this is replacement Emrakul.
Basically.
Budget Emrakul.
Literally, yeah. I mean, it's almost as good as Emrakul.
I mean, yeah, this is, you play 1 vehicle, this costs 7. Worst
Yeah.
case, maybe in 6. Maybe you play 2 vehicles, this is free, baby, sort of.
Yeah, no, this card is very playable.
I keep looking at the art and expecting Godzilla to come in and start fighting with the robots.
Is it holding something?
No, I don't think he is. He's just got claws.
He's just colossal.
This is pretty bomby, really. 'cause-
Yeah, this is a solid
He's a big
card.
boy.
Exactly, and it's got the nice little recursion with the artifacts.
You'll quite often be paying 5, 6, 7 mana for this, which for a 10/10.
Are you
Yeah.
though?
Yeah, you are. But if
Okay.
You
if
just
you
need
have a-
one vehicle.
you have a vehicle and a peacock, and you're paying 4.
No, non-creature artifacts.
Right.
Ah,
The basic vehicles, yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
non-creature artifact is the problem.
Sorry.
I think
That's
you
why I'm a bit down on it. Non-creature, like how many non-creature artifacts you want in your deck anyway?
Probably
1, 2, 3.
2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
two-
I don't think this card is very good.
Oh, I think it's great. I think this is a
What are you
bomb.
thinking, Daddy?
I disagree completely.
I
You
don't
think this
think
is
it's
a
a bomb.
bomb? No way.
This is a tier 3 card. Definitely easy,
No
easy,
way.
easy.
Yeah, tier 3, but that's not a bomb. It's great. Is
Yeah,
it great?
I
I
go
don't
for
know.
great.
This is so clunky. I think this is one of those where you just actually it does nothing. I can't cast
I
it.
would put this in tier 4.
I will put this tier. Could be very good. Sometimes it will be great. Sometimes it will win you the game. But I think this is a 4. I would pick removal over this. I would pick the red removal, the energy one,
Oh,
instead
yeah,
of this.
I'd pick that over this, but I still think this is very good.
I don't know.
I think you just need one vehicle and this becomes like a 7
Yeah,
out of 10.
but how many vehicles are you gonna play?
1 or 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, 7 mana. 10,
Yeah, so you
10 is
need
not amazing.
you need
in Seal.
both of them at
Yeah,
the same time.
maybe
So if
actually.
you draw this and not the vehicle, you're fucked.
Yeah.
if I'm playing this card, I'll go out my way to pay good non-creature artifacts and draft them.
Then your deck is worse.
Not if I take good ones.
I don't know.
I maintain this is a strong tier 3.
I think this is a
good
4.
play pool.
4.
I will defer, but
Cool.
I think I'll be right here. I was right with the consoles card, wasn't I? Let's not talk about that. Also, the sacrifice 2 artifacts.
The problem with this thing is, a lot of the time, people are gonna say, "Oh, I cast Metal War Colossus and I won. This card is great." They're not gonna count all the times that they lost with this in their hand, because
Yeah,
when they
fair
lose with this in their hand, they're gonna say, "Oh, I was
I
so
got
unlucky.
unlucky. I didn't draw my.
I was really unlucky. I
Yeah.
didn't draw my artifact."
Yeah.
No, you weren't unlucky. You put a card in your deck that sometimes does nothing. You can't
Idiot.
blame it on luck.
I also
So
don't like that-
this is why I think perception of cards like this sometimes is wrong,
Mhm.
because people don't realize that when this doesn't work, it's part of the cost. It's,
no, fair
it's
enough.
not you are unlucky. When you put this in your deck, you're accepting the fact that quite a few times this is not gonna do anything, and you're gonna lose because of it. Because if this was any other creature, you would be you could affect the board and maybe not lose. But people don't see it that way. They would say, "Oh, I was so unlucky. If I drew a vehicle, I would have won because I had Metal War Colossus." That's not
Yeah.
how it works.
I know, I agree with the way you're thinking, but I still think the power level's there. I draft my deck in a way to make this good. I'd put this in 3, but I'll accept 4 for now and just laugh in your stupid faces later.
Sure.
Multiform Wonder. 5 mana for a 3/3.
Now
Artifact
we're
creature
talking.
construct with flavor text. And that's all abilities. Now we're talking indeed. It's a rare, and it ends the battlefield. You get Twee energy. Pay 1 energy, get your choice of Flying Vigilance or Lifelink till end of turn. Pay another energy, or pay an energy, pay as many of these you want, obviously. It gets +2, -2, or -2, +2 until end of turn.
The really good thing is you can pay 1 energy to give it +2, -2, and then you can pay another energy to give it -2, +2.
2. Yeah.
Yeah, some men just like to watch the world burn, don't they?
I like this one.
Yeah, this one's bomb. This one is a bomb. I think this is a very
Yeah.
solid tier 2 card.
Really?
It's a morphling.
Yeah.
It's not a Morphling.
It basically is Morphling. You don't like it? David?
Basically Morphling.
Better.
It's not a Morphling.
No, it's not.
I mean, it
It's
does fall
missing. It's missing one thing from the second ability. Indestructible.
True. But
Like-
I've played with this card quite a bit now, and every time it's come down, it's been insane.
Yeah,
It just
very,
comes
very
down.
good.
If you've got any other energy sources, it's ridiculous. Even
Yeah,
without
that's what I was gonna say. It doesn't go in every single deck, I don't think. If you
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have reliable energy sources, this is not that good because you're gonna be able to activate the abilities once, twice.
I think even without energy, I think this is still a bomb.
Still very good. Yeah.
It's
I
not
agree.
a bomb without energy. If you only have ever 3 energy to spend on this, it's not a bomb.
No, true. I think most decks do have I think you'll be hard pressed to find a deck with literally no energy sources.
Not really. Like it's kind of
Will you
for
stop
some colors.
contradicting me,
White.
Davy, please? Will you
Yeah.
stop that?
No, I'm not contradicting you. No, I'm joking.
Okay, tier 3, high tier 3.
White doesn't have that much energy, for example. Neither does Black. Black has 2 energy cards
3
in total.
thriving
Uh,
as well.
Because for those of you who were not around, well, nobody was around when Morphling was. Most of our viewers have 10 years old. But the last one was Aetherling. The really good things about cards like this is being able to use the abilities repeatedly and mess up with your opponent's head, and they can't really deal with anything because at any point you can use one of the abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
If you don't have extra energy, you can't with this card.
Yeah, but this is great because you can tap out for it and still have the ability to protect it.
No, fine, but if you can only use a 3 energy, you do some cute stuff, and then it's a 3/3 for 5.
Okay, I still
You
think
need
it's cool.
you need other sources of energy. I think this is a 3. It's not a 2.
It's a 3. Stop arguing, everybody. On that bombshell.
Are you happy with it being a 3, Greg?
Yeah, fair enough.
On that bombshell.
I think it's a little
I
better.
just bloody forgot what to say. Everyone press subscribe. I forgot to say it again. Even though I said we should say it more often, I forgot for an hour and 20 minutes to say it.
Shall we
So
stop until people subscribe?
Yeah, we're not going to speak until you smash that like and subscribe button.
Okay.
Only joking, that would be ridiculous. But please do subscribe because we're feeling a little bit sad that we get so many views but no subscribers. And wow, and
Don't
now
fucking beg,
What was
mate.
that about? What are you
Don't
talking
fucking beg.
about?
Don't subscribe. Desubscribe if anything.
Yeah, don't subscribe. Fuck
Teach
that.
them
yeah, no, I know. I think we provide quality content, and my God, this is high quality. This is the Algonquin round table of Magic videos, and we're about to talk about my favourite card in this set.
I
the
think
Nar-
Gav just cost us like 10 subscribers.
And ourselves.
Smash that like and subscribe. But anyway, Narnum Cobra,
We're
everybody.
basically becoming the Jehovah's Witness of Magic.
I like the
No,
script, that's great.
Colors, artifact creature snake at common rarity, green to activate, single green to activate. This card gains Death Touch until the end of turn and it's a 2/1.
This is a mega bomb. Well, it's not a bomb. But in common, normal creatures, this is amazing. This is amazing. In sealed, especially, I think this is great. High tier 3 is my straight up
I
choice.
say this is the definitive tier 4 card. If you play green.
Yes, yeah.
It's good. Like a 2/1 Death Touch is good, but
Yeah.
I mean, harsh scrutiny gets it out of their hand.
Yeah, it does.
It trades with
I
Killed
feel
Wolf.
like Death Touch is basically, for me, Death Touch is like an ability which is almost like a saying, copy your best creature, counter your best creature.
Not even. Holy shit.
It's kind of
no,
countering-
listen
I
to Gav.
can't tell if he's being serious anymore.
No, of course I'm being serious.
Because if you attack with this, and okay, they can block with a 1-drop.
Death touch, though.
Okay,
Yeah,
Well, if you-
activate Death Touch.
Yeah, kill it before it blocks. Death Touch. It's dead.
or if they attack you with 2-drops or 1/1s, this is not very good as well.
You block. Activate
Death
Death Touch, Debbie. Come
Oh
on.
yeah, true. Then you trade.
Everything's
it's
dead.
No, this is a solid card, but it's not a bomb.
No, it's just very good.
Gavin's
Yeah,
on the longest troll of his life.
No, this is really good. This is great.
It's 4. It's not really good.
I wanna give this a 5 just to fuck up with that.
No, I think it's a 4. I don't know.
This is
Death
a
Touch
5.
is great
No,
in sealed, right?
no,
Death
it's-
Touch is just insane.
What is the difference between sealed and liquid?
Doesn't work in draft.
I think
No,
this is a.
but-
I
Sealed is a
think
more
this,
bomby format. Come on, guys.
I
Come
read-
on. We know the
I-
difference between sealed and draft. Come
I
on.
read-
This card is EDH playable.
I read the card again, and I think it's a 6.
6.
I
No,
say
we
Greg-
know sealed is different to draft, guys. We
tier
know
4.
that.
Tier
Come
4. Good card. Tier 4.
It's a high, it's a
I
high
think
tier.
this is a 6.
It's a tier 4 if you're playing green. Otherwise, it's shit. Overchase
yeah, and you have
Dragster.
Wait. You have to play
You have to
green.
play green.
That's a 7.
Yeah, you can't block
Okay.
unless you have.
That's a 7.
Oval
People
chase
always
Dragster.
discount Death Touch. But anyway, let's carry on.
Not you. Don't worry about that.
No, I will not be into besmirching Death Touch. I do like it a lot.
Is your ideal deck just 20 harsh scrutinies and 3 Narnum Cobras by any chance?
That's the dream. How would you get past me? Maybe flyers. But, yeah. Right, Oval Chase Dragster. It's card 225 of 264. Very important. Call that out. It's 4 colorless. It's an artifact vehicle. It is a 6/1. It has trample and it has haste, and it has crew 1.
I like this card a lot.
Yeah, another great
Really?
pick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the way I view this card is 3 in a red. I'm not playing this outside. This is like in a control deck. This is unplayable. In a aggressive deck, this is just a solid card.
Why is this bad in a control deck? I mean,
Because
I understand, right, but it's so
in a
good in all
control
decks.
deck,
Right?
yeah, in a control deck you want incremental. You want
This is a slightly better, more expensive ball lightning.
It's
Well,
removal.
No, it's much better than ball lightning, but it doesn't die end of turn.
It's slightly better because it dies to anything.
It's not removal though.
It's not removal, no, because they're going to block with.
Yeah, some rubbish card.
No, it dies to literally any creature.
Yeah,
Like
but
they
but
need
you
to
get-
have. Okay, it doesn't die to a 0 power, but the vast majority of creatures trade with this. So,
But you're dealing damage.
It's not-
Which is what you want to be doing in an aggro deck.
and I
It's
think
an aggro card.
most times when this attack, it's gonna die.
Yes, yeah.
if you can get an attack
So it's
with
not
this card is
it's not
sick.
that much better than ball lightning.
It is still better. I the
Yeah,
crew
it's
one.
slightly better.
I really like the crew one here because it just means you're going to get the attack in. I say this is a solid tier 4.
Okay, I can give it 4.
This is a good
Yeah.
vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
Completely unplayable in a controlled deck, but strong in an aggro deck.
Good.
Let's roll on.
Panharmonicon. It's 4 mana for an artifact at rare. If an artifact or creature enters the battlefield, causes the triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger. That ability triggers an additional time. Basically, you get 2 enter the battlefield
Rubbish.
abilities.
You know what happens? It trigger.
Trigger.
It's the name of the channel. Hit that
Yeah.
like and subscribe button.
This is Brand
We
Bomb.
need this.
Fuck off, Gav.
This
Fucking
is
hell.
this is Bran. This is Bran Bronzebeard, right? For Hearthstone fans everywhere.
Can we stop talking about Hearthstone? I mean, what's the matter with you?
You sound just like
Can't
Bran
play it,
Bronzebeard.
Debbie.
Tier 7.
Just because you
Unplayable.
can't play it. It's a tier 7.
Unplayable. Sometimes it'll be fun,
Move on.
but never good.
Yeah, it's unplayable.
Perpetual Timepiece. Elixir
Oh, go
of
back.
Ti-
Actually, one important thing about
No,
that card. No, I'm not joking. Go back. A lot of people are gonna misplay this because they're gonna think if they play a creature and it has a enter the battlefield trigger, it's gonna trigger twice. That's not what happens. Is it?
Yes.
That's exactly what happens. Well done, Davy.
No.
Analysis, right,
Wait.
let's
Now
move on.
I
You're-
understand.
You're right. A lot of people are going to misplay this card.
I can't
Wait,
say
wait, wait,
subscribe
wait.
to our channel, but Davy can say that. This country. Carry on.
Yeah.
I thought that you had to have something on the battlefield, then you cast something that makes that thing that you already had on the battlefield.
No.
I
You
actually
play
don't
card.
know.
It triggers twice.
Let's go. This video
if
is.
for example I play something with Fabricate,
Yep, you fabricate twice.
Yeah.
it's not a 7 then.
It's not a
Yes, it is.
7.
Yes, it is. It's crap. It's a 4 mana
Okay.
do nothing card.
Let's move on.
If I have 22 cards with Fabricate, I'll play that.
Great.
Just play a
Perpetual
23rd
Timepiece. It's 2 mana, it's an artifact. You can tap it to put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. It's like from Eldritch Moon. It also has another ability, 2. Exile Perpetual Timepiece, shuffle any number of target cards from your graveyard into your library.
Oh, it does nothing.
Yep.
That's tier 7. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Tier 7. Don't play this card. However fun it looks. Bracata Pillarbug. 3 mana, 2/3. It's an artifact creature. Black activation, gains lifelink until end of turn. I
The
think
fuck is this art? Look at it.
It's cool.
It has a crown.
Yeah, it has lots of crowns.
The fuck?
Yeah, card art's awesome.
It's a mess.
Jesus.
it's
Superman,
a better in life.
Try
Yeah.
not to play this card.
Yeah, the green one's a lot better. The Death Touch one.
If it said
It's a
Death
meh.
Touch, this would be a tier 1.
It's
But
a meh.
lifelink.
Agreed.
Let's move on.
Tier 5, and that's
Tier
it for
5.
black.
Yeah.
No, it's just not great. Prophetic Prism. 2 mana for an artifact. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. 1 and tap it. Add 1 mana of any colour to your mana pool.
This is great.
This is a nice
I
little
like this,
reprint. Yeah, this is good, solid fixing with very little downside. Replace itself. It's an artifact on the battlefield for Artifact Matters card. I think this is very solid playable. I think this is a very solid tier 4.
I'm happy with that.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Probably
It's
wouldn't play it.
premium fixing in this
Yeah,
set.
I probably wouldn't play it in a 2-colour deck unless I had an Artifact Matters card. Well, maybe I would.
You're trying not to. You want to play this when you need the fixing, not
Yeah.
when you not like that's the cycle. Just means that it's then playable.
Yeah, it's great fixing.
Yeah.
Renegade Freighter, 3 mana, 4/3 vehicle, sorry, artifact vehicle. Whenever it attacks, it gains +1/+1 and gains trample until end of turn. It's got Crew 2. I've played this quite a bit in aggressive decks. I think this
Excellent.
card's pretty. Yeah, I think this is a
Yeah,
pretty
is
good
this
vehicle.
is this the best common vehicle? I think it probably
Yeah,
is.
I'm not.
I
Well,
think
we'll
so,
s-
yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see Sky Skiff, which I'm not too high on. I think this is pretty solid.
I think this is better than Skyskip. I think
Tier
It's
2.
just-
Bottom of tier 2.
No.
Yeah, tier 2, definitely. What?
This is so good.
It doesn't have Death Touch.
Actually,
is so good.
This would be insane with Death Touch. That's trample.
Yeah, it would be very good, wouldn't it?
This is
Tier
pretty
four.
This
good.
is so good. Tier
'Cause
4?
If
You're
you have
mad. This is
I
so
mean,
good.
But some of the times it's a vehicle. It literally does nothing sometimes.
True.
The rare
It-
occasion when you
it's
don't
so-
have 2 power on your board, then this is a useless card. That is true.
Not that rare.
I don't know. So the way I've been playing this, I play a 2-drop. I play this as a 3-drop. I play my 4-drop and crew it and attack, which is the way to play it. This is a good aggressive card. Good tier 4.
Yeah, what a wonderful insight you just gave us, Greg.
I
Wow.
would call that. I don't know. I could see this being much better than that. I'd call this. But we'll see.
It's a good vehicle, but
It's solid. I think it might be a 3. I think it's a 4. Is it though? I
It's
really
not a
like
3.
this.
It's not a 3.
it's not tier 3. It's a good
not
tier
tier
4. I
It's
rarely
not a
cut it.
3, but it's a top tier 4. I like this.
Yeah,
I like
I-
this a lot.
I rarely cut it for my deck, but I don't first pick it.
No,
We shall
definitely.
see.
Don't play multiples of it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a limit of how many you can do.
Scrap Heap Scrounge is a 2-mana 3/2. It cannot block. It's a gold card. 1 black, exile another creature card from your graveyard. Return it from your graveyard to the battlefield. Firstly, I don't play this outside of black. Like 2-mana 3/2 is strong, but it can't block. Oh well, I
Not
do.
one
Sorry,
can't
I've changed my mind. I play it in an aggressive deck. I never play
Yeah,
it
it's
in
an
a control
aggro
deck.
card. Yeah. It's definitely an
This is a
aggro
strong card. 2-mana 3/2
Yeah.
with recursion.
Yep.
I think this
Yeah.
is a very strong card in a control deck. Sorry, in an
I mean, yes.
aggressive deck.
Tier
You
4
know what's
guys?
interesting?
What is it?
You know what's interesting? The last card like this was the horror from Origins.
The Spoiler of
the
Souls.
Spoiler of Souls.
This is just
It wasn't
better.
that, and that card wasn't that good.
But that one was really difficult to recur. You had to play black and or something and exile 2 cards from your graveyard. That's a
Don't
real
remember.
cost. Yeah, it was.
No,
It was
this is strong.
that was a 3/1 as well, and that was double black. This is just so much better.
Yeah, this is very good.
Would you put this in
That's
tier
a 3. It's a
Yeah.
3 with the caveat that sometimes you can't play this.
Yeah, I'm probably not playing this in a control deck. Just I don't.
No, you
think
can't.
cards
You
can't
really
block.
can't.
Yeah, but in an aggro deck, this is very solid. Tier 3. Self-Assembler. This is an interesting one. It's a 5-mana 4/4. When it enters le battlefield, you may search your card for an assembly worker creature card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your library. I think this is the only assembly worker.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. So
Yes.
it finds itself.
Yeah, I pretty much have. I think this card's pretty good. I like.
I've tried to play this a couple of times.
Mhm.
I mean, it does it gets you value, but because it costs 5, you don't you can't put too many 5s in your deck because you just ruin your curve. And it's a 4/4, and just I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not as it doesn't affect the game as much as you think, because quite often at the late stage where on the later turns of the game, you're
spending a lot of resources to
This
get
is-
4/4s.
yes, that's what I'm trying to say. So
Well,
yeah,
not really. You're spending
This
5
is-
mana to get multiple 4/4s.
it's a little bit of a trap.
No,
It
you
can
don't,
be- it
because the
can be a
others are
little
in
bit
your
of a
hand.
trap, Yeah.
You don't spend 5/5 to get multiple 4/4s. You spend 5/5 to get one 4/4 and one in your hand, and then you spend another 5 mana to get the other 4/4.
Yeah, but a 5-mana 4/4.
This is way worse than Squadron Hawk, and I had to convince you that Squadron Hawk was good.
No, I agree. This is worse than Squadron Hawk, but I'm in a 5-mana 4/4 that draws me a 4/4. It's a good card.
Sure.
Yeah, you do have,
Except when you have both in your hand.
Yeah, but I mean that's just gonna happen.
you do
sometimes.
have to draft multiples, and you can't have too many 5s in your deck. So just
In
be
draft,
wary.
This
Yeah,
is
I
fine.
don't like this. I
There
don't
are
like. You want to be
traps.
doing stronger stuff at 5 than actually. I don't know. I'm not a huge. It's okay, but I'm not a fan.
I think it's a solid tier 4. I never play one of them. I'd ideally play between 2 or 3, and then it of course goes down because you can't just play a deck of 5-mana 4/4s.
Great.
I say
Okay.
tier
Is it-
4.
I don't think it's that good, actually. I would say top of tier 5.
I would say top of tier 5.
I'd say tier 4. I'm quite.
I like it.
I don't
I'm
want.
in tier
I-
5, Greg.
Have you played with it, Greg?
Yeah, I play with it quite a bit. I've
Okay.
been picking this card highly and not highly, but I've been playing 3 or 4 of these. I think I've played 3 of these twice, and it's been very good.
Okay.
I don't want to play this. I might be wrong, but I look at it and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to pick a lot of them.
Listen, a 5-mana 4/4 that enters the battlefield and draw a card is a sick card when it's got no color requirements.
I would rather he drew a card than he drew another self-assembler.
You'd rather draw a random card than a 5-mana 4/4. How
Kind
good your
of.
deck that a 5-mana 4/4?
5 mana 4/4 is it's not great.
No, but it's fine.
Okay,
I say tier
let's
4.
call it top of tier 5.
Nah, put it in tier 4. I've played with this card a bit. This is going in tier 4, my friends.
Fine, if you want to.
I'm
Okay,
gonna play
we're on a downhill struggle here, guys. We've got 10 to do, so let's carry on.
Oh,
Sky Skiff.
Just relax. I'm having a great time.
I hate it all
Me
of you.
too. I'm loving it.
So Sky Skiff's got people have been quite high on Sky Skiff. I play with Sky Skiff quite a bit.
I'm kind of down on it.
Yeah, I'm kind of down on it as well. So it's a 2-mana 2/3 flying artifact vehicle with crew 1. So Sky Skiff, you kind of play it on turn 2, and then every subsequent turn you can tap your summoning sick creature to get in for 2. Yeah, I'm not really high on. I just found this card quite underwhelming.
Yeah, it's surprisingly underwhelming.
One reason I don't like this card is if you think of vehicles as equipment. This is a 2-mana equipment that gives your creature best case scenario
Haste.
+1 and flying. Like you're already spending 1 power to activate this, so it's giving you 1 power more and flying. Which is okay. It's okay, but if you don't have a 1-mana 1-power creature, and if you're starting to crew this with 2 or more, then this becomes Kite Sail, which was always fine, but it's not amazing. I know some people are very high on this, but it's okay. It's a 4.
Yeah, I think it's a low 4. I just haven't found this particularly impressive every time I've played it. I haven't found a 2-mana 2/3 flyer.
Yeah, maybe there's a deck for it that we don't know yet, but yeah, I played with this as well. I was unimpressed.
Nah, sample size is still small. I'd say low tier 4.
No, the
It's
next
a
one.
4. It could be good.
Okay, Sky
It's
Sovereign
ridiculous.
Council. I'm just gonna save everyone's time and say,
Best card in the set.
obviously they saw Dragonlord of Tarka, which was the best card in Dragons of Tarkir, and they thought, shit, this is underpowered. Let's make it 2 cheaper, and colorless.
Yeah,
This card's ridiculous.
and it's crew 3. It's insane.
This just wins the game. It's so insane.
Yeah, even without
in any deck.
even in some bizarre situation where you can't crew it, you still kill something. and
The
put it into the
most insane thing about this card is crew 3.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
What?
The most
No,
insane thing is
let's
they
think of a flavor thing. So to ride the boat, you need 4. To crew this thing, you need 1 less than the boat. Like, how does that make any sense?
It's basically a random elf who
It's
just
a
crew
fucking
this ship.
flagship. Anybody can do it. It's a flagship. But the boat? No, the boat you need 4 people.
I like it
The
too.
fuck is wrong with that?
Rowing takes a
Save-
lot more energy than flying. That's
I'm going to save everyone's time. This is just tier 1. This is a Windsmill
great.
Slam first pick.
Let's move on.
Probably the best card in the set. Smuggler's Copter, one of the best cards in
We're
the set.
really
as well.
just gonna say that about such an amazing card?
It's just amazing.
I love this card. This is much more up my alley.
Smuggler's Copter.
I'll take all the. You just pass the flagships. I'll give you.
Yeah,
You can
sure.
have
This
the
is
smugglers captain.
Read it, Dav. I'll read
me?
it. I'll read it. Don't worry, guys.
Smuggler's Copter. I'm gonna read in my British
It's a
accent.
2-mana artifact vehicle.
No,
it's a
shut the
3...
fuck up. Now I'm doing my
Do
British
what you
accent.
like, Davy, as long as it's quick.
Smuggler Copter.
You sound just
It's
like
an
them, mate.
artifact. It's a vehicle. It costs you. It has flying. When Smuggler's Copter attacks or blocks, you may draw a card. If you do, you discard a card, innit? And it has crew 1, and it's a 3/3.
You're fitting really well here, mate. I'm just so you know that
You've
This is how you sound to me,
Integrated.
Greg.
those people calling
he's
for you.
integrated. Let's not run him out of town just yet. He's learned our ways. This card is great.
Yeah.
Card is great.
When it attacks or block, you can loot, and you can attack or block pretty much whatever you want.
Card is really good. The looting is just cherry on the top.
And it's a 3/3 flyer. This is so much better than Skyscape.
Tier 2?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I'm happy with
Solid.
that.
Really? Really? Not a 1?
No, not a 1. It's not got that bomb brokenness. I mean, if you're
Not a
behind, you
one.
can really
But
get-
it's so effective. Like price, what you're getting for what you're paying.
Yeah,
Wow.
but, I mean, this doesn't bring you back from where you're behind. It's just a very solid.
Fine,
well-
it's fine. I'm just pulling your leg. I'm pulling your leg, mate.
Bullet leg. Jamie Oliver's on the call, everybody. Snarethopter is great, though.
4 mana 3/2 flying haste at uncommon, colorless mana. Yeah, this card's great. It's
Artifact, Doctor.
yeah, it's a 3/2. Sorry, it's a tier 3. There's nothing more to say really. It's a great 3/2 flying haste for
Yeah,
colorless.
play it on 4, bash him.
Yeah, never cut this card. Tier 3.
Or bash. In it.
In
Keep
it.
on scrolling, Gregory.
Torch Gauntlet. Equipped creature. It's a 2 mana equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0, and its cost. The equip cost is 2. So much worse than the doubles.
Sucks.
Sucks.
Never do this. Not
Yes.
even once.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's not
Once.
unplayable. It helps you crew, I suppose, and it can
Oh,
help
you
flyers
don't-
get through.
Yeah. What you need to crew is another card that doesn't do anything by itself. That's what you need with vehicles.
I say tier 6, low tier 6.
This sucks really bad. Yeah, 6, maybe 7, but no, 6. It does something,
Yeah.
but this sucks.
Weldfast Monitor is a 3 mana artifact creature lizard. It's a 3/2. You play a red. It gets menace until end of turn. I think this card's the definition of okay.
Yep. Good. When you're in red and you want the artifact to enable your other red cards and you're beating down, this is quite a nice
Yeah,
body.
menace is a decent ability. I think
Menace,
this is
yeah.
this
I
is
like-
just a 4, a low 4.
Yeah, it's a 4. It's a
Four.
3 mana 3/2 is always okay.
Yeah, I like the green one more, but this is fine. It's a low 4.
Oh, the green one is a 1. This is a 4.
Whirler Maker, a 3 mana artifact at uncommon. 4 and tap it. Create a thop. 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. So it's 7 mana. Create a 1/1.
This card's a trap.
Yeah, I agree. I've played against this a lot now in sealed, and each time it's just been crap.
Yeah.
Well, you can spend 7 mana to do 1 Topter. Is that not good?
If this was a 3 mana 2/2 flyer, this card would be 10 times better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
What's your point?
I've tried to
this
make this
guy-
work.
If this card
That's
was
fine.
also a ref, it would be really a lot better.
I'd say this is tier. I don't even think this is 5. I do think this is a 6.
Yeah, don't do this, guys. I mean, it looks way better than it is. This card
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah,
agree.
that's a
People are
trap.
gonna play this way more than they should. But think
Yeah.
like this: you're spending 7 mana for a 1/1 flying. You're spending 10 mana
Yeah, the
for 2
2/1.
Topters.
Yeah, that's
Like
not great.
this, no, don't do it.
I just think the modules are so much better.
I've done
than
11 mana.
Is it 6 or a 5, do we think?
I think
It's
it's
a
a 6.
six.
I'm not going to play this card.
Could be a
Woodweaver's
7.
Puzzle Knot. Well, this card has been.
This
the
is my
best card.
favorite of the puzzle knots, and
Me
I've played
too.
this and been happy to play it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
interesting.
2 mana for an artifact. It enters battlefield, you gain 3 life and gets 3 energy. 2 and a green, sack it, 3 life, 3 energy. You know, I think this card does enough. I think 1 mana to get 6 life and 6 energy is actually kind of a good rate.
Yeah. Make sure you're really doing broken things with the energy though. Don't just
Don't
Like,
just put it in your deck.
put it in your deck to make your turtle a 2/5.
Yeah, you have to have energy cards that.
Like late game energy cards.
Yeah,
that
their
creating a
effect
6/6
is.
beast, or you're bouncing all the permanents on the battlefield. That's what
Yeah,
you want to be doing.
their effect has to be worth a card because you're losing a card here.
I still think this is a
Basically.
5, but this is a playable 5. I mean, I'm not unhappy to play this.
No,
well,
in the right deck,
not
this
too
is
unhappy.
really.
Yeah, but 1.
really-
You're not playing 3 of these.
No, I think it's a tier 5, but the best puzzle knot that I've found so far.
Yeah.
Workshop Assistant. It is a 3 mana 1/2 artifact creature construct. When it dies, return another target artifact creature from your graveyard to your hand. So I really like Dutiful Attendant from from Dragons of Tarkir, but there was Exploit in that set, which is a mechanic that lets you sacrifice creatures. Just the lack of that in this set means, unless you get that black rare,
You're paying 3 mana for a 1/2, and then you're having to like cast the card again. Ugh.
Yeah,
What was the Dutiful Attendant was what, a 1/3?
no, it was the same stats.
Really?
Yeah, it was 3 mana 1/2, but you just exploited it all the time. Here, you're playing this and you're throwing it in front of the first thing that attacks.
Yeah, this sucks.
It's like a crappy Desperate Sentry. I don't want to ever play. I don't think I want to play this card. I think it's a 5, a low play. But I mean, it's playable. You put it in your deck. It basically.
I think this is a 6. Don't
I
do
don't
this.
know. This gains you life, and in the right deck, it can draw you a decent card.
Don't do this.
I think it's 5. I think it's playable. I just don't want to play it.
I think it's a 6.
I'd say
You know,
5.
I think when you're carving out and this is your 3 and nothing traded yet, you feel so bad.
Yeah, but if you're playing a very slow control-y deck with like some good artifacts, and you're playing this to gain you some life and get back some inevitability.
There's a lot of
playable.
ifs. I think this is. I don't know.
Yeah,
If
I think
ifs and buts were candy and nuts, Greg.
we'd have a fucking lovely time. Tier 5, low
But
tier
that
5.
is the end of the artifacts, guys. It's
You
amazing.
see it?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
my god. We
Just a
have...
few lands.
Let's
and
Hold
whiz
we're
down a
through
there.
these
bit.
lands.
Oh yeah, lands.
Let's whiz through these lands then.
And the
Ether
lands
Hub.
all seem universally bad or uninteresting.
What's the matter with you?
Well, let's start with Ether Hub, which is great. So when Ether Hub's an
Universally bad?
when Ether Hub enters the battlefield, you get energy, tap, add colours to your mana pool, or tap, pay energy, add any colour to your mana pool. I think this is a very, very good splashable card. This is a great splash enabler. I've been playing 3 colours like with absolutely no mana problems whatsoever with a couple of Ether Hubs.
This card is deceptively strong. This card is
so I
very
was just
good.
bullshitting completely then. I thought this was rubbish.
Really?
But I can see why you think
Oh.
it's good. Yeah, I can see totally what you mean, yeah.
Like it's
I think this card is a 3.
3?
I don't think it's
Yeah.
a 3. No, it's not a 3 because the upside just isn't there. But it's a very solid.
What do you
playable-
mean the upside isn't there?
Well, it hasn't got any inherent power. It just
And it
smooths
doesn't
mana.
cost you a card, it's a land. Like
Free card, Greg. It's free
Like-
upside.
a land the good thing about lands that have upsides is that they're not costing you a card. You would play a land anyway. This is so powerful. The way fixing your mana for energy is so good.
No,
I
it's good.
don't know.
I'm not taking this over a good playable though, unless I'm in third pack and I'm in a 3-color deck and I need it.
Yeah.
I'm not taking this over a solid playable ever.
People don't pick fixing as high as they should, and then they complain that they got mana screwed.
Yeah, well,
Okay, in a deck with less energy, this is not a good. Okay, maybe this is not a 4. Maybe this is not a 3, but this is very good. This
Yes,
is a 4 at
this
least.
is a good, like, there's always the Unknown Shores, that sort of card. This is a good version of that. I think this is a good 4.
I still think this might be a 3, but okay.
Blooming Marsh. Okay, so these are the cycle of fast lands. So we've got Blooming
Yeah,
Marsh,
let's just put them there.
Botanical
great.
Fountain, Concealed Courtyard, Inspiring Vantage, and Spirebluff Canal. So these
We
are
tier them at all? Would we ever?
Yeah, I mean, so where do we take these? Where do we take these, Davy? How high? do
If
we
you
take
are
these
in
cards?
if you are in those colors or you're splashing, this is a 3. People don't pick fixing as high as they should. It actually depends. It depends on the format. If this is a format where splashing is important, this will be very important. This makes your deck so much more consistent than not having those. Like when you're splashing but you're only reliant on single mana lands, a lot of the times you don't get there, and then you can't complain that you've been unlucky. You're opening yourself to that. I'm a big fan of fixing usually.
I know I am usually, but I still think it's a 4. I just don't. They just don't have the inherent power level in draft, but it does enable a splash. It does tie. Like if I'm blue-red, I'll pick a Spirebluff Canal relatively highly.
If I am on those colors, I'll pick this instead of almost any 4 on those colors.
Yeah, probably true. I'd pick it over a decent playable. I still put it in 4. It's fine.
I'll
If
say
you're in the
they're
right
low.
colours, take it.
I'll say if you are in those colors, they're low 3s, but they're probably 4s.
Agreed. They're just.
This
they're
is a
good.
tricky one to put in a tier because it's in a tier with caveats, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
kind of-
Let's put them in
A
4.
lot of
and then
cards are.
We'll work out a caveat. Okay, so we've got those. The few to go. Inventor's Fair. Interesting one. So it's a legendary land. Beginning of your upkeep, you control 3 or more artifacts. You gain 1 life. Tap it to add colourless 4 and sack it. Search your library for an artifact card. Reveal it. Put it in your hand. Shuffle your library. You can only do this if you control 3 or more artifacts. Interesting. Is it playable in draft?
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine. It's upside,
I
as
think
Davy
this
says.
card is very good.
It is upside, but of course
I
you
think
have.
if you have a deck with a lot of artifacts or strong artifacts, this card is very good.
You have the significant downside of playing a colourless land, which in any sort of deck with coloured cards is a downside. It just makes your mana.
It
base
is a
less
downside.
consistent.
You're not
still
gonna always play this, but sometimes, and the fact that it draws you a card, like think back to Battle for Zendikar or Origins, the lands that used to make creatures. Those were very good, and those were high-ish picks. In the right deck, this will draw your best, sometimes your best card. I think that can't be ignored.
I do. I think, but your caveat in the right deck makes me a little down. I think this is just a tier 4. I think you know when you want this.
Yeah, it's a 4 because it's not universally playable. But
I like this in control decks. So control the artifact decks, just gaining life and then tutoring your best card in a long game. I like that effect. I think you're right, deceptively powerful.
I do think most decks will have 3 artifacts in play though. There's a lot of servos going around.
I don't necessarily think that's true, but I like this card. Tier 4. Sequestered
And to
Stash.
go out with a bang.
Is this the last one, Dav? There, Gary. Davin.
It is.
Davin.
It is the last one.
Do us the honours.
Sequestered Stash. An uncommon land. You can tap for 1 colourless mana. For 4 mana and a sacrifice, you put the top 5 cards of your library in your graveyard. Then you may put an artifact card from your graveyard on top of your library.
That's bollocks, right?
It's pretty bad.
Is this worth fucking up your mana, Davy?
No.
No, you're not even drawing a card. You're just it's kind of worse than Mortuary Mire. Mortuary Mire at least made coloured mana. Mortuary Mire's from Battle for Zendikar.
Buddy came into play tapped.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna play this.
I don't like this
6. I don't think
This
I'm ever gonna
sucks.
play this. Tier 6.
6.
Right, do you have a bed with
And
a
with
boy
that,
with us?
it is complete.
Is it
Over
really?
and out. Thus, our set review is complete. My friends, we are going to be releasing a tier list very soon, so watch this space. We'll do a new video with instructions on how to use that and whatnot.
And it might only be available to subscribers.
It's not going to be true, though.
Shut up.
Nobody doesn't know how to run a YouTube channel, but we've had a great time. I've enjoyed this video. It's 2 hours long, our longest video.
It's going to be free to everyone. This has been great fun. I hope you've enjoyed our set review. Please feel free to like, subscribe, and/or comment. Let us know your thoughts, guys.
Yeah, comments are the best. We like comments a lot. Thanks to everyone who has commented so far.
Guess,
It's been a
be our
pleasure.
guest. Put our service to the test.
Our
Wrap
servo
your
is to the
napping
test.
around your neck, Sherry, and we'll provide
Well,
the rest.
I'm waving at the camera. I'll
Soup
see
du
you-
jour, entendez.
And with that, good night, everybody.
You did not interrupt my song this time.
Hello and good night. Last word.